Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Throw until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eyes. You go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart. Breaks my heart, 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 heart. Breaks my heart, 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 heart. Breaks my heart, heart, heart. Breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun. Oh, but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
Hello friends, it's your boy Resorty here. You might wonder, why am I speaking so quietly? Well, I realized just now that I forgot to turn the game, or the intro music volume all the way up, so it's very, very quiet today. If I speak in normal volume, it might cause your speakers to explode. So I'm gonna get a little louder here. Be ready for it. Alright, this is my normal speaking voice. Hello, 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 it's good to see you. I'll remedy that for tomorrow, I promise, but I expect that some of you set your speaker volume based on the intro song, and it was very quiet today. Terribly, terribly sorry. I should have noticed that. I actually turned my speakers up, like, I must have turned my speakers down, but no, yes indeed it was, just me forgetting to do what I was supposed to do. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the creepy whispering stream. My apologies for not doing that part of my job. Sakutera, how's it going today? Welcome in, Marks. Hi, Pepper. How's it going, Pepper? Hello to you, Zeffy. Hi, Wizards. Welcome back. Jim, what is up? Odd Blue, welcome. Silent, it's ASMR stream, indeed it is. Pedro, thank you for the generous Prime subscription, helping me feed the cats and buy some books. More on that in just a second. Hello indeed, Mithras. Welcome everybody. If I missed your name, I apologize. Belgium Guy, welcome back. Belgium Guy, my Chesterfield side is hanging on in the Premier League barely. We're in 17th position in our second season. I think it's going to happen. I still play way too much Football Manager offline when I'm not streaming. Anyway, hello, 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 hello. How's it going, everybody? The weekend continues for you. For me, it is over. Today is the first day of teaching. And so I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I've done it, 100 times before. Many, many classrooms I've walked into knowing absolutely no one and done my opening shtick, and it's always gone fine. But every single first day of class, feel a little nervous, a little butterfly-y in there. The excitement of it all. The excitement of trying to win over a new set of viewers, win over a new collection of Twitch followers. It's like that, right? Can you imagine it? If I have to stream to people who are just randomly selected off the street, as opposed to you fine folks who like me just fine. So, it'll be fine. It'll be good. But break did go quickly. Only a month-long break or so between our spring and our summer terms. Like I said before, the terms here are all substantial terms. At many schools, the summer term is just a really minor and quick one, where here it is a substantial one all the way through. Now, with that said, it is shorter than usual. So I'm used to teaching 14 weeks or so, 15 weeks. This time it's 9 weeks. 9 weeks, and so I have to compress a lot of material, put in a lot of things in sort of a quick and dirty way I'd prefer to spend more time on, but we do what we're going to do. Hey, Valley, how's it going? What do I teach? I teach college level philosophy, political theory, that kind of thing, primarily. Though I have an offer for a new class in the history department called Dissent in America. I've previously taught classes on anarchism and on protest movements and the theory behind them. And so the director inquired if I want to teach a class that moves more in a historical direction and looks at the theory of these movements as they've presented themselves throughout history. Because as you know, America, the US of A, is a nation that began in rebellion, and so there's sort of at least a revolutionary, if not, counter-governmental movement that goes all the way through American history, so might be worth teaching. Hey, Gregarious, I've mentioned in the past I used summers for research in the past. Do I miss that at all? So, the piece of writing I've worked hardest on ever was my dissertation, the book. I don't know. Looking at my royalty statements, I've sold 250 copies of this book. And that's a success by academic standards. And mostly they're to libraries across the world. Yeah, at a certain point, I decided the questions I was working on in my papers didn't actually interest me as much as I thought they did when I first started grad school. And so the idea of spending a very long time working very hard on something that, maybe 7 people will read is a little dispiriting. So I don't know. Once upon a time, I tied my entire identity with my professorial and publishing life. And that was not great for my mental health long term. So I'm doing fine. I sometimes miss having a project to work on. I miss having an idea I'm sitting down and hammering out on every single day. But then I say, you know what? You should be doing YouTube videos. So maybe I'll get my creative energies put out that way. But yeah, it's a strange situation, academic publishing, because the people who work hardest in terms of like time spent and intellectual effort in publishing are often those who see the least results. There's a big kerfuffle right now in the University of California system, and then broader past that with respect to the academic publisher Elsevier. Elsevier is one of these gigantic corporations that runs journals, right? Journals. People submit papers to these journals they've worked very hard on and say, hi, please publish my paper. And sometimes they say yes and sometimes no. And then after it's published, the author gets literally nothing for that. Literally nothing. And as many of you know, if you look for an article online, it's often $30, $50, $70 to read a copy. And that money goes to the publisher, as opposed to the professor or author in general who wrote it. And it's kind of a strange structure of publishing and strange structure of like reward structure and so on. So there's been a big strike and some various kinds of anti-Elsevier movements recently. I think for a while there, the University of California system refused to stock any of the Elsevier articles or journals at all in their libraries. And I think that might change some things, but we'll see. Professors look down if they only want to teach and not research. It depends on who you ask, right? Some academics are, frankly, jerks. And so they say the only way to prove your real intellectual mettle is by publishing new ideas. If you're not doing that, then, it's the sort of conception that a lot of Americans have, at least, of those who can do, those who can't teach, which is a monstrous view, of course, applied to the academy, right? If you could do valuable research work, you would be doing that, but you can't, and so you teach instead. And that's very sad. I think in my discipline in particular, the best thing I can do is share my ideas and share the ideas of history with other people, with students who are growing and finding their place in the world. If I can do that, I'm very, very happy. So part of it is just finding one's sense of what's valuable in life and valuable in one's work and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. Wasn't planning to talk about that, but there we go, talking about that. And first day of teaching today. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm excited to see what kind of students I get. I have to report, last night I received 2 emails with the form, hi, I won't be in the first day of class, which I gotta say, not a winning strategy. and one asked, may I please be excused from the first day of class? And I said, sure, whatever, it's fine. But, in my class, the first day is not just syllabus day, right? I don't just hand out the syllabus and say, in this class there'll be 3 exams and please go buy your books. Instead, it's a matter of trying very hard to set the tone and to introduce some important ideas that will set the framework for the rest of the semester. And if students miss out on that, it's fine. They've made their choice, but it's just kind of a sad thing. And I think in both cases, they're American students who didn't do their calculation correctly on time zones for flying back to Japan, and so are going to be getting here a day late. Fine. I understand it's very stressful to fly across the world to come take classes, but come on. So, hey, Velico, thank you much indeed for the Prime sub also. Glad you're enjoying hanging out with us. Thanks for listening to my opening blather, we'll see. Pedro, you're wondering about the ChatGPT thing. Yeah, we talked about that a lot. It is the big question in the academy right now of how on earth do you teach in a valuable way when students can see the possibility of not taking the time to think. And This semester, I've changed some of my assignments a little bit, hopefully encouraging them to talk about their own stories and experiences and how they link to the course material. But yeah, they can type into ChatGPT, "Hi ChatGPT, please make up a story in which you are affected by the ideas of Ursula K. Le Guin or whomever," and yeah, it's lame. And so I've reframed one of my assignment sheets. Instead of saying, like, in this assignment, please do this and this and this, I begin by saying, this assignment's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for you to take time and consider your own life in terms of whatever. And I hope that phrasing in that kind of open, welcoming, encouraging way will allow them to say, yeah, what I want to do is use this opportunity in college to think about myself, to think about my world, to think about my place in it. But no, I think the ChatGPT thing is here, and we got to work with it. And I hope eventually we can use it in really beautiful ways. If the best thing that programs like ChatGPT can do is allow students not to do their homework, what a sad, sad moment for humanity. So. We'll see. Yeah, it always comes down to convincing the students that what I want to do with them is encourage them to take seriously their place in the world. And part of their place in the world is, do you want to be the kind of person who has ChatGPT do your work? And I don't want to shame them, but I certainly want them to think. That's how it goes. Hello, Joe Pickles. Hello, Man Doodly. Hello, everybody. This weekend, we didn't do too terribly many things. It was mostly just preparing for the semester and getting assignments rephrased and so on. The big excitement, though, was on, what day was that? The big excitement was on Saturday. As promised, the local big bookstore was having a big old sale. 20% off of any book not published in Japan. And that's the majority of the books at that store. And so I did a horrible thing, which is usually when I go to a bookstore, I will say to myself, we're going to buy like 3 books at most. And those books will be, this one I need for work, this one I want to read for fun, and then some third one that catches my eye off the shelf. So 3 books. The thing I did this weekend, I said, man, 20% off's a great deal. And if I can go to the store less often, that's good. So I didn't set a limit for how many books I wanted to get. Instead, I set I almost said dollar, a yen limit of how much money I was willing to spend on this sale. And so I bought like 15 books. I bought quite a few books, and I'm very, very, very excited. So let me say, those of you who tip and sub and watch some ads, whatever you do to support the financial side of the stream, you're in fact supporting a man's book addiction, and I appreciate it so darn much. It was great. It was a really, really fun time. I got a couple books on physics, some of the absolutely elementary level, some that are a step up from that, because I've decided that next time we play Auction Not Included, I need to be able to speak literally and correctly about things in the physics world. I recognize, though, to go beyond the intermediate level, I'm going to need to start learning more mathematics, and I'm not sure I'm willing to do that. Got some fictional books, got one of Zizek's newest texts. Zizek, the Slovenian critical theorist, super interesting stuff. So I'll put up a big post at some point on Discord showing all of my treasures. One thing about living in Tokyo, though, is that most stores will send things in the mail for free if you spend over a certain amount of money. So the cutoff here was 8,000 yen, about $70 or so, and we definitely exceeded that. And so they have sent all of our books through a courier service, and they'll arrive today or tomorrow. And that's fine. How many of those 15 books I have borrowed by university library? Yeah. Yeah. You sound like my wife. Nams is the one who is, very, very thoughtful and says, the library is where we borrow books instead of spending all of our money on books. And I don't know. For me, it's just a matter of I really enjoy not feeling a rush. If I borrow a book from the library, I need to give it back in 2 weeks or whatever it is. And I need to be so careful with it and like not get cat hair on it, and then like wash my hands before you, this sort of thing. So I like having a small pile of books that are mine, and there's probably something terrible here about like individualism to talk about, but yeah. No, I should use the library. Thank you for putting a pin in my excitement and deflating me. Yeah. Do you know about Audible? Yeah, Joe Pickles, I don't really like audiobooks. No offense or shade on those of you who do, but I've always been someone who best engages with texts and ideas by seeing the words in front of me. And part of that is because, especially with the kind of books I tend to read, which are relatively complicated conceptually, I need to occasionally stop and go back and reread. And then like put my finger here on a concept and see how it applies the thing down here and go back and forth between them. And I can't imagine doing that with my with an audiobook. I'm guessing it probably is possible by like pushing the rewind button a bunch, but no, it's definitely not as much fun or as easy for me as just reading back and forth. But Noms loves audiobooks. My wife's a big fan of audiobooks and podcasts and so on. So maybe we'll get an Audible subscription eventually. I think they're in league with Spotify somehow, or owned by Amazon, or I don't know anymore. I don't know. Out of curiosity, hello Phil. Am I a person who writes notes or uses stickies in my books? Yeah. For fiction, generally not. For fiction, I'll occasionally use a post-it note to indicate this is a beautiful part or well argued or whatever. That I want to go back to use an example in class, or to share with my wife, or friends, probably. In my nonfiction books, I write in my books quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. Write marginalia on this and that and the other thing. And then I use sticky notes in my nonfiction books if I'm teaching from them, to be able to pull up quotations very, very quickly. As opposed to having like, okay, it's on page 45, let's go digging. I am a book writer and have been for a very long time. That said, my dissertation was primarily based on one book, and so I needed to go through it many, many, many times. And I found myself in my second and third read-throughs using a different color pen so I could tell which read-through the marginalia was from. And occasionally I'd look at the marginalia I'd written previously and say, that's nonsense, why did I write that? So I'm not sure that marginalia is actually useful for long-term commentary, at least in my case. It is useful for me to think through ideas, though, so that's what we do. Hey, Crazy, how you doing? Personal books are better because they stay with you and can be used in extreme times of humanity. Yeah, back in the US, we had a fairly large collection of bookshelves and so on, and a whole bunch of books. But moving to Japan, we couldn't bring too many with us. And here in the house, we have a relatively small selection of areas for books. So underneath the table here, I have a couple boxes full of books that I love so much. But yeah, I don't want to fetishize these things, right? It's not necessarily essential that I have them available at all times. I don't know. Some people hoard collectibles. Dragons hoard gold. Resorty hoards books, probably. When I was young, I had a strong desire to eventually live in a house with a giant library. But I realized I would never read all the books, and they would just sit on the shelf and gradually degrade. So probably won't ever do that, but we'll see. I mean, that said, here in Tokyo, we're also blessed. That's not a word I ever use. We're lucky to have a couple of used bookstores that will buy books and then sell them on someone else. So we'll probably do that with our books once we're done with them, which is definitely not a profitable way to go, but it's still a good way to avoid too much clutter, I guess. Hello, Dougster. How you doing today? Nairo, good seeing you. I take pictures of passes with my phone. I don't know. I'm just... Okay. This reminds me. I'm just not a very techie person, I say while talking into a microphone. Yeah, I don't know. I think the particular age I came up, like age of history I came up through my schooling, was still very analog. And though I see the value of various electronic devices for learning or for organizing whatever else, it's just not the way in which I'm most comfortable. And so, yeah, I'm just not hyper techy. I'm just paper and pencil and killing the rainforest. That's what one does. Now, with that said, My friends, last night I went and looked at my classroom. So we have a routine the night before the semester starts. Nams and I go to the school, and she goes through every classroom in the entire campus because she's the head of faculty and makes sure every classroom is prepared and has working markers and so on. Now, luckily this campus is smaller than some, but yes, she is responsible for the faculty, and she doesn't want them to be unhappy, and so she goes room to room, and I'm very impressed by her. Anyway, while she's doing that, I print my syllabuses, and I went and saw my classroom. And friends, I have the wrong classroom this semester because there have been 4 new high-tech, high-flex classrooms developed on campus, and I got one of them. And it is space-age technology. The room is wired for like sound, so you can talk as me or as the students, and the room will pick up the sound and beam it off to Spaceland for people who are watching at a distance. The front of the classroom, there's like one large whiteboard, good, and then 2 gigantic televisions on either side. Monitors, probably not TVs. The kind of thing you'd see in a very, very large corporate sports bar. Now, let me say to you directly, in the course of this semester, I will show 3 videos, 2 of which are, 3 minutes long, and the third of which is a full-length movie. Other than that, I have nothing to do with those monitors. They're just going to sit there, and I'm going to spend the entire time wishing that they were further whiteboards. Because yeah, I'm the kind of professor who starts on the left side of the room and starts writing and like making my little charts and so on, and works his way across throughout the course of the lecture. And when I'm done, the class is done. And so with the limited whiteboard, I'm going to erase it multiple times, and that's fine. It's different. It's weird. And so I think today I'm going to say to the students, you might see we're in a high-tech classroom. This is giving you some big ideas about the kind of class this is going to be, involving all kinds of multimedia presentations. No, it won't. So... Yeah, it's a weird room. I have no idea why I was assigned to this room. I know that during this period of time I teach, there are a lot of classes on campus, and so there's a bit of a pressure for who gets what room, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, it's the least appropriate room, or rather, I'm the least appropriate professor to be in that room. Maybe point the cameras to the whiteboards. I'm not sure why though. Like the room, I have 24 students, right? This is not a gigantic lecture hall or anything. I can't imagine someone in the back row not being able to see unless they have less than relatively ordinary vision, correct or otherwise. Yeah. I mean, sure. I could try to point the cameras to the whiteboards and use the screens that way. We'll see how it goes. Fair enough, that's how's it going, my friend. Hope you're having a good day for sure. To be a vassal is a hassle, that's right. If only I were the emperor of this university, then I could have the best classroom for me, which really is the low-tech, very, very plain room. And, as I get older here, I hope I find more and more ways to incorporate technology into my classroom. When I use the word technology, I mean, like, digital technology. Of course, notebooks are technology, blah, blah, blah. But I think, unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck. And it works well for me and works well for my students, but I'm not going to have the 3D VR classroom anytime soon. Anyway, my friends, we've talked for half an hour, so it's time for us to go ahead and run a little ad break. On the other side of the ad break, we'll get ourselves into today's CK3 playthrough. And pretty excited. Got some big plans for today. Also, I need to start leaving a little earlier, so we'll talk more about that as we're playing. If I stream late, I will not teach, and that will be horrible for my esteem on campus. So, I'm going to put you all... Actually, no. I'm not going to put you in emote-only mode. We started doing that last week, of leaving people out of emote-only mode, and generally speaking, people have been good. So please keep that up. Please don't spoil things as I try to solve ye olde crossword. I guess we'll start with the universal. Universal crossword works just fine. It's a good place to start. And see y'all in 3 minutes after the ads are completed. Good. It'd be neat to take a class with me. I appreciate that. I have been talking about trying to start like recording some little flossy videos on YouTube. But I'd say a lot of things about YouTube, so not quite sure. Disney character escapes a forest fire. Golly gosh, that's Bambi. Don't talk about the mother. Scratch that. I mean, this is dumb. It's an itch. Ha ha ha. A small spasm is a tick. A two-way is a door. I have no idea. I'll do the downs instead. Diagonal attacker in chess. Oh boy, Mondays. Stimulated pot growth. Stimulated pot growth. So you could like fill a pot. You can, I mean, obviously you can water your marijuana. Not sure. Oh, two-way is a doors in out, which is, you know. Wrist rest of sorts. Wrist rest of sorts. I don't know. We'll see. Hot dog holder, surely a bun. Very good. Blank bitty, itty bitty, or itsy bitty. I'm not sure which one. Please don't bother me with that right now. I hope it's not I don't care, but it might be I don't care. We'll see. Blank talk, I will not sing it for you, but as you might know, I wrote most of my dissertation while listening to Kesha and Lady Gaga. It's kind of enthusiasm kept me up late at night. All hands on deck. So hands have to do with cards, and decks have to do with cards also, like playing cards, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Tubes that may have kinks, well, hoses surely. So far, probably to date, publicists' concerns, images, I suspect, for their clients. Celestial streakers, well, that's really comets. Let's do across the NC. Spanish painter Joan, yeah, no idea. Como estás, very good. Motorcycles built for tricks. So stunt bikes. I remember when I was a kid, I very much enjoyed watching at the carnival stunt bicyclists who would go inside of like the circle of death, right? And this giant circle would contain 4 or 5 bicyclists who'd all be riding simultaneously, occasionally look at and slam into each other and never quite doing so. Good. Black Blank. I assume it's Black Adam. Oh, 2022 DC film. Yeah. To be honest with you, and I shouldn't admit to this, I initially read that as AC/DC, the rock and roll band. It's like, they're still making movies in 2022? Blank so fine. Chiffon's classic. He's so fine, I believe. Yang's partner is Yin, rather. Online surfer's destination. Oh boy, welcome to 1994. We're going to a web page. Very good, very good. Can we get this now? All hands on deck. So it's actually crew. All the people who run a ship, I guess. And then here, please don't bother me with that right now. I sincerely don't care. Yeah, not sure. Making good progress. Dedicated poems or odes. Number of consonants in audio. Wait, really? This may be the dumbest clue ever. There's one consonant in audio. It's a D. The swans are swimming in the 12 Days of Christmas, for example. They're a septet, no doubt about that. Polynesian-style platter type. It's called poo-poo platter. And I think it's P-U-P-U. Don't quote me on that one. We'll see. The capital of Togo. That's what I should know, but I actually don't. Take a stab at it. Take a stab at it. Try guess. Guess is take a stab at it. Ad break has just now ended. I'm going to try to do these downs real quick, and then we'll get to our game. So, don't bother me with that. I have no idea. Okay. So, a few more downs right here. Foamy pick me up. Well, it's a cappuccino. I think it's spelled that way. No, it's not. There's 2 N's. Cappuccino. No, there's not. Fine for now. Facts of life is biology. Sets out as begins. And with that said, let's go ahead and begin today's CK3 playthrough. Very good. Thanks for hanging out during the intro. Thanks for hanging out during the opening blather and the crossword and all the rest. We begin now with our CK3 playthrough. I remember that we are the Emperor of the HRE. I remember further that today I have a goal Today I have a goal of vassalizing the Pope himself. Just one more, just one more. Yeah, that's my problem with crosswords. It's actually a little bit, I'm not going to say upsetting, but a little bit tension-inducing for me not to complete the crossword and just like stop at this point. But the idea of doing a full crossword over the course of one ad break seems unfair to you all. Oh, that's sad. As you know, Noms and I do the New York Times crossword over the weekend, actually all the time, but the weekend's the hard part. The Saturday puzzle this weekend took us genuinely almost 2 hours to complete. And when we finished it, we discovered that it was made by like a 16-year-old. I'm not going to bring it up right now, but it had, I believe, only 68 words in it, with incredibly, incredibly long words going in every direction almost everywhere. And the four corners were accessible from the middle by only one or two clues. And it was an absolute slog. An absolute slog, and we had a moment of, we do not think we'll finish this one. We think our streak of doing this every single day and finishing it for almost 1,000 days is over now. It was rough. And my favorite part is I worked on it for like 2 hours straight. Noms took multiple naps during it, and every time she woke up, she'd say, are you done yet? No. And then she'd help me a little bit, and then fall back asleep, and I'd work for a while more, and she'd wake up and help me finish it. And by the end, when it's almost done, we stayed awake for it, but it was a rough one for sure. Hey, Cajun Kill, how you doing? What am I doing for first day of class? A lot of jokes, a lot of stories. Today's class is primarily about setting the tone for the semester, getting the students to feel comfortable talking to one another and to me. It'll be questions about the course title, trying to use the course title to set the grounds for the whole semester. And I keep saying semester. Trimester is the word, but I'm never going to say it correctly. But yeah, they've not read anything yet. I'm not one of those professors who says, by the first day, you must have read this book. And so it's just about getting the thinking started correctly. So hopefully that works. We'll see. Hello, Cyborgle. How's it going, my friend? Welcome on in. All right. I'm happy to report that we begin today's stream not at war. You will recall that on each of the recent streams, we've been... each of the recent streams we've begun at war, and that's been a concern. Hey, Aaron Mithrin, thank you so much indeed for the generous Prime sub. It's very good to see you. Welcome back. So Aaron, I shouldn't say this, but I will. Just before you disappeared, I sent you an email. And I thought to myself, oh no, Aaron is so unhappy about what I wrote that they're never, ever, ever coming back. Anyway, it's good to see you. Welcome back. Thanks for being here for sure. Hey, Hank, as a professor, how was I trained to build a class? Professors don't get pedagogy classes in general. The assumption is by the time that we are teaching ourselves, we have seen enough teaching that we no longer need examples or to be told. This is not true. So, yeah, the way I started teaching was absolutely horrible. I just lectured and I wrote off a card because I was afraid of the students. And it's over years of seeing what works, what doesn't work, trying to be more comfortable, more expressive, bringing the students in is what I'm going for. And so, I don't like the phrase Socratic method for a variety of reasons, but sure. I mean, I'm always looking for the students' reaction and what kind of fine ideas they have. Why did they get some Nubia inside the Byzantine Empire? I believe that one of the dukes of the Byzantines inherited the title of Nubia, and Nubia is only a kingdom, huh? Never mind. I was gonna say it's an empire, and then the empire or emperor can't be ruled by an emperor. I'm actually not sure how they got independence. And is there an easy way to tell? Let's see. This often doesn't work, but it's part of that duchy. So it's actually not a full duchy. It's just some counties. So can we tell the... Well... They report directly to the king of Nubia. There must have been a war then, right? I can't think of any other way. Because the ways in which those counties, again, not a duchy, would spin out are they'd have to be intentionally released by the emperor. Maybe the ruler of Nubia had a claimant visit and asked to push. King of Nubia has a Greek grandpa and a Nubian grandma. Okay. She's Coptic, though. And so Coptic probably won't do it. Yeah, okay, Greek grandfather here was the Duke of Philoppolis. I believe that's actually it. I believe that's it. So probably it's, probably there's some familial shenanigans. This person already had a, this person who inherited already had a title in this title tree. And so when they received the counties or whatever, it maintained this loyalty instead. I think that's that. I think it's that. Oh, Aaron, no problem at all. I'm just very glad you're here and everything's cool. Yeah, I think it's that the titles on inheritance went to the title tree they're already part of. That will do it. That will do it. Cool. Man, I wish I remember what I was doing. Let's see. Do I have any interesting claims right now? We have claims a whole bunch of France. That's what I'm doing. We are very, very close to finishing Divine Right. A year and a half to go, and then we're allowed to push all claims simultaneously onto anyone, including the French. Now, that said, how much France will be left at that point? So currently, there's an internal dissolution war. Wow. As you might be aware, dissolution war means that the on success, the title goes away. And so there will be no more kingdom-level title. It'll only be ducal-level titles. And France will explode into a variety of independent duchies. The duchy up here has lost its best city, namely Paris. Whoops. So we'll see how that works out. Okay. I don't think I have any... Oh! I didn't realize we'd done this. Congratulations! We have a claim on the Grand City of Venice now. Cool. Cool. You'll recall that Venice is part of the Byzantine Empire de jure, and so I did not think that would work. But. So we have a claim on Venice itself, but not on the Veneto. So we'll develop a claim there next, and then push both of them in a war in a year and a half or so. Yeah, France should be pretty easy to bring in with us. Now, as the title says, the big goal of this part of the playthrough is going to be vassalizing the Pope. The way to vassalize the Pope is you must be Emperor of Italy, and then fight a de jure seizure war on the Pope's only duchy, I think. Maybe you can push on both of them at once with Divine Right. We'll see. At what point can the French kingdom title be usurped? That's a great question. I think we're not nearly close enough. I think you need a bunch more counties. It doesn't say, unfortunately, because it's in a war right now. We don't have forced vassalization. We're working our way down there now. That is the next element after getting both August and family hierarch. For sure. Hey, Pyres, thanks for that follow. First follower of the day. I appreciate that a whole bundle. As you see, we have a whole bunch of money right now, and not quite sure what we're going to do with that. So we're just going to keep on building up this and that and the other. Part of me is thinking it might be fun to move our capital to Paris, or it might be fun to move our capital to Rome. And I don't know which one yet, but we'll see. Here's us being a hunter without going on a hunt. To blindly chase a wild creature, launching arrow after arrow, or spurring ever harder. Futile, last Veli, my renowned knight. Why is my renowned knight wearing sackcloth? I understand you're still a peasant at your heart, but sorry, brother man. I'm gonna have to make you look a little bit more grand knighty. So, let's start with your hat. What is the hat of a grand knight? I actually might be okay with him not wearing a hat outside of warfare. The Great Helm looks pretty amazing, though. I want to see your face, though, so I know if you're lying to me. Alright, gonna need some clothes then. Something. Early medieval nobility clothes. Had some Byzantine armor as someone who's not from around these parts. No commoner clothing. Very low nobility. I may have scrolled past the armor, unfortunately. Man, so many clothes. So many clothes. Oh, yeah. HRE armor. High quality armor. How do you know it's high quality armor? It's not quite as dirty. And then because you're a Grand Knight, we'll also give you better booties and maybe a cloak as well. Now, what do you want to bet after I've done all this work of making this character beautiful, he's going to die instantaneously? I have some suspicions. Yeah, you can be Explorer. Raggedy no. So change that cloak over to... Nothing too fancy, man. Nothing too fancy. Travelers, ratty. No cloak for you. They're all too low quality for a manager station. Beautiful. Now I'm wondering, does that change his appearance in the event that already popped? Let's see. It does! Amazing! So Veli, my renowned knight, who now looks at it, beasts can be cunning. They scent the stalker on approach, scatter before the hunting pack, and turn violent when cornered. Bringing down quarries means knowing them and their wilderness well, once the horn is sounded, never relenting. The most skilled of hunters is Veli. In his company, my son Krasa and I are coming to know the ways of God's creatures, and the ways of outwitting them. So, my ruler and Krasa both gain hunter. Yeah, my ruler is not someone who is ever going to hunt, honestly. We could start doing more hunting in hopes of getting the health bonuses on the way. This ruler did finish all the pilgrimages. There he is. So it has 100% pilgrim points. Could be fun to also develop hostile looter by doing more and more tournaments. Now, with that said, in the past 30 seconds, I've remembered something that is really a problem. I saw the little secret over my wife and said, what secret can my wife possibly have? And then I remembered that early in our marriage, she may have taken a few lovers. And it might be the case that our actual heir is not our son. And when I say it might be the case, I mean it definitely is the case. So we're ignoring this fact. I'm sure it will be just fine, but FYI, we might have some problems in the near future. Oh boy. We can use this pile of cash to begin developing some additional duchies, just to make the world a little bit more bright and beautiful. So this county here, Frisia, belongs to the Duchy of... That's the wrong direction. The Duchy of Frisia also, it's a smaller duchy, but it's created anyway by giving them to the rightful ruler. We'll get a little bit additional taxes. So the Duke of Krasia, which is down here, apparently, also gets to be Duke of this territory too. And we'll see how much that upsets his local vassal as well. So, Duchy number 2 for you. Great. My daughter Aletta, who's a fornicator, has a melancholic look on her face. I inquire what's wrong. You see, my lord, every night I have to travel so far outside Prague to sleep. This is definitely a Czech accent. Ask your friends. Executioners aren't permitted inside the boundaries of the city. Now, I don't love torture or nothing. It just gets lonely when the only voice I hear are the screams of the damned. All right. So our pregnant daughter has been forced to be outside of the city. We can invite her into the castle but once. We can make fun of her or say it's a hard knock life for you. Into the castle we go. I wonder where my spymaster went. Who knows? He was there and then he wasn't. Duke Waldo the Greedy, large vassal not on the council. We get bonus prestige for having strong vassal in the council. As of right now, I believe there's nothing I can do with all of this prestige. The question will be, can we reform our culture again? Nope, Reformation's ongoing. It'll finish in 5 years. So in 5 years, we'll use some prestige, but we just have so much. So all it's really doing is impressing one and all everywhere. The reason I mention that is because the large vassals like us so much, their not being on the council isn't actually an issue. And so I'll just go with the very best possible spy master to keep an eye on the king's back. That will be good. Someone trying to murder Yana, the spouse of our heir. We said before it's probably Veli the rival, but we'll see. Oh, Callie, good point. Our spy master did know that our wife was unfaithful. If he in fact died, that would help. Cool. I just remembered who it was. Oh, can you believe it? Can you believe it? My knight Veli is plotting against my daughter-in-law Yana. What a fiend. We gotta make him stop that. As discovered, it went away. Great. Great. Hospitality. The more I study the noble art of statecraft, the more I realize how beneficial good relations with the neighbors are. Should I have one of them visit my court so I can show them how nice it is to be friends? I mean, obviously the Pope, except I'm in the process of vassalizing him, so friendship will not be useful in that case. It has to be by force. I believe the Pope will never vassalize through a request. So there's Prince Kolumba of Estonia in the Duchy of Lithuania. Or the Emir Salim. Nah. Or we can try to make our vassals like us. We do that. We instead get vassals like us more. We don't need that right now. So Prince Kolumba, come on down and let's see what happens. With a mind towards vassalizing the Pope, I need to create the Empire of Italy. Already created, honestly. I actually didn't realize that. So this does change things. Yeah, I can't push all the claims simultaneously. Duchy of Tuscany, is that you? Or is there more papal land? Yeah, it's Tuscany. All right, we'll hold off until we get the ability to push both claims, and then the Pope will become our vassal. The charming Prince Kolumba is here. Tonight we have a feast to welcome our foreign guests. My wife has been hard at work with all the planning and the preparations. She's curious to know, do I have any recommendations for how to finish improving this place? We can make some food from Lithuania. He might love that. I can make it very extravagant, or don't change anything. Let's make some fancy food and see what happens. It's a great court visit. We're not allowed to ask him to change his religion, though he's in our house. In this house, we pray only to, the emperor. I'd like to show my guests, the prince, the cultural highlights of the Holy Roman Empire. The question is, would you rather have a big dance or instead visit the church? That red cross is not looking particularly beneficial, so let's dance. He enjoys dancing. Great. This ruler is not an architect, so we are not producing new buildings super quickly. We also don't have level 3... Oh, we do have level 3 castles. I don't remember doing that. But cool. Now that we have level 3 castles, we can begin developing a ton more money out of our gold mine, or silver mine, whatever kind of mine it is. Regardless, it's mine, oh mine. I don't like this event. Your wife is a fine woman, the prince says while ponderously swirling his cup of spiced wine. His eyes are set on Adelida, who's seated further down the table. My dear Emperor Spasia, do I have your permission to arrange a private audience with the lady? Nothing untoward, of course. Just a simple dinner in my chambers. Alright. We're aware that our wife is not the most faithful of people. She's treacherous. She has cheated on us before. While I don't personally endorse the claim, once a cheater, always a cheater, meaning they'll consistently cheat, she has shown herself to be a little bit unreliable. So, let's check and see the degree to which our prince can be trusted. Maybe he's a very pious man who can be trusted. No, he's not. He's lustful. So, as much as I want to have a good relationship with the neighbors, this minor Estonian prince is nothing to the empire. So we'll be suggesting, no, shame on you. You're a bad person. Abdilio, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Hope you're having a very, very good day. Now the prince wants to know, should we hang out today or have some hunting? He's stubborn and temperate. He is indeed a hunter. Let's go for a hunt. He loved it. Our visit's going so darn well. Let's go ahead and boost Vienna again. Or no, I'm saving up for a castle right now. At what can be described only as a thoroughly pleasant visit, the prince's retinue are about to depart for Lithuania. Before the duke steps into his carriage, he bows deeply to me and expresses his gratitude to me and my most impressive wife. No, I promise to forward his compliments. I wonder why this is highlighted. I'm not used to seeing individual words like this highlighted in white in events. Maybe it's possible you could instead bow deeply to our wife. No. Or to our bishop or something, as opposed to us personally. Anyway, visit us soon. For having done that, we get a perk in diplomacy, and we get closer and closer to forced vassalization. And that'll be cool. I only need another $70 or so. Cool. Should probably go, should probably go have a quick meeting in the Royal Hall, but for right now I'm okay not doing that. Hello, Hungary. We still have an alliance, Hungary. I'm not going to break this alliance, but FYI, when this king dies, I will be incorporating Hungary. I guarantee it. Faking it with Jason. It's good to see you. Thank you for the raid host. Hope you're having a good day. What were you playing today? Is it a day of CK3 or something else? Anyway, hello. Welcome. Apparently I have people in my prison. I had absolutely no idea. Let's check that out. Chicken Wing, thanks for the follow. Hello, Faking with Jason, thank you for the follow also. Jumbo Baby Foot, that's a strange name, but hello. Welcome, everyone. Apparently the people in the prison, I kind of forgot about them. None of them are worth cash money, so all of them are going to be just thought through and just decide what we're going to do. So this is a nice French lady. She's nobody special, so go ye forth with the blessing of your true lord. This person is the child of someone who does not have land, and so probably no actual ransoming here. Yeah, so instead we'll just be freeing you. Remember the time you visited Empire Land. That'd be good. Jason, you're also doing CK3. Enjoy the DLC. Cool. What kind of playthrough are you doing? Have you started as a count, as an emperor, somewhere in between? What are your goals? Tell me stories, please. Seaman, welcome in. Yeah, I sometimes wish I could watch every single possible CK3 playthrough. Each one's different. Each one's so exciting to me, but can't do them all, unfortunately. Hey, Onfroy here has money. Now, as usual, I can't ask for their money in order to free themselves. So, yeah, just send them away. Hey, Fears, thank you much indeed with your for your generous resub. Glad you catch a few minutes with Riz. Yeah, I know it's very, very late for you, my fine European friend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, and thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. I kept that kid in the dungeon for 3 years. 3 years is but a moment in the Lord's eyes. We got a lot of things to worry about. You love starting as a count working way up. Yeah, my favorite playthrough ever. We started as a minor count up here in Swedish territory, and then had a lot of fun sacking Rome and so on. It was a really good time. I'm sure that Erman's relationship with his spouse Constance is happy and productive, but lately he's had less time to spend with his friends. We seem like such a petulant little boy in this message. I mean, I know it's nice to spend time with your friends, but We're just growing apart. That's fine. Yeah, the idea of taking that much stress to insist I need to spend time with my friends again. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Alright, little boy, you're a good kid. Have a good time. More than enough money to make our castle go up. So level 3 castle will be getting 0.3 more money per month. More importantly, it unlocks all of the other building, and that will be lovely, lovely, lovely. Prison should be clear and clean now. And still 9 months to go. Any peaceful vassalization happening right now? Nah, nobody nearby wants to spend any time with old resorty. We can get claims on probably duchies from the Pope here. I get a little, the blue circle of the game is thinking. As many of you know, the later the game you get, the harder the game gets to calculate. Uh-oh, have we really sincerely crashed? Uh-oh. Okay, came back around again. Hey, there we go. We now have claims on both sides of Venice, and so in just a moment we'll be incorporating that for sure. And then Lithuania was pleased to have me visit. He's still relatively far away from vassalizing. If we could change his religion and make him like us 1 point more, he would surely join us straight away. Ways to change the religion of independent rulers. I don't think a hook would do that, unfortunately. I think what you have to do usually is be the guardian of their child, and then invite them to change religions, and then use that person in the future. I don't quite remember what the maximum opinion is for vassalage. It's not going to overcome 40, though. So we get 2 points by being slightly stronger and have my vassal like me a tiny bit more. But no, it's not going to add up. It's just the religion thing, unfortunately. Sorry, my friend. I'm going to be vassalizing you real soon. Wait, that said, there actually is the befriend scheme. Befriend scheme gives some additional number of reasons. I don't recall how many. But as we're currently doing absolutely nothing with our personal schemes, let's go ahead and do that one. And see if we can invite people to join the Empire without forcing them in one after another. We'll see how it goes. Betrothal fulfilled. Cheval here has gotten married to the Infanta Androkina of Lyon. Number 1, who are you? So, this child was born of the Crusader Queen of Valencia. Now, we recently had a successful crusade, and that successful crusade did allow us to push our family into Spain, and they're holding out okay. Previously, I did give an alliance to Valencia, but I'm feeling a little cross about them right now, so we'll leave them out there on their own and see how they do. Oh, rightful liege would help also. That's absolutely true. So rightful liege here is Duchy of Lithuania. We need to have King of Lithuania. We need to have a lot more territory, so we'll see if friendship will do it. If not, forced vassalization is on the horizon. The Baroness Bretislava owes me more money than she's paying right now. As of right now, oh, she's a baron. Yes, barons always pay more taxes, though I don't actually know if baronesses pay feudal taxes, or if it's a set amount that comes through each month. No idea. Here we have the Duke of Tuscany, one of our stronger vassals coming by. Sick from his time on the road, we sit down, we have a good drink, and we talk about the glories of hunting. Welcome to the court, and thank you for the money. Thank you for the kind homage. Duke Ermon, this day, you are seen as one of the true children of the Empire. Glory be, yes indeed. Continue just to upgrade bit by bit, step by step. One thing we need to keep in mind is that our ruler is getting a little older. He's A-okay right now. We don't want to spend down too aggressively just in case there's an emergency flip in succession. With that said, the fellow below, Prince Krasha there, good prestige, fine piety. I don't think he has any dirty secrets. He does have one rival, one of our knights, unfortunately. But past that, yeah, I think he'll be a good ruler for us eventually. Oh, a bit ago someone said, "Did I tell you I'm a philosophy major?" Whoever said that, no you didn't. But cool. Hope it goes well for you, whatever you want to do with that. All right, we are receiving a terrible message from our contemptuous rival, the Walia Kota Devi. I mean, sincerely, who? She's been spreading false rumors about me to the fellow up in Lithuania. How do you know each other? Claiming my desire to earn his trust is nothing but a cynical attempt to exploit him. This is true. This is entirely true. But he won't believe it. Don't you worry. Preposterous. Preposterous. A man named Todor has come to visit. Todor is a pilgrim, a bit of a doctor, and an herbalist also. I don't think we have many/any herbalists in court, so how much money do you want to join me? 95 money. Nothing to the Emperor. Hello, Silly. Hello, Brew. How's it going, friends? Hope you're all having very good Sunday evenings, Monday mornings. And, yeah, it's very kind of you to spend some time hanging out with old Resorty here. Cheval here in our court is not inheriting, so I'm totally fine using them as our master of the cup. It's good. Vector to Heavens, thank you for the Prime sub. I'm glad you're enjoying hanging out here. Thank you for taking the time to share that button with us. It's kind for sure. Blue, happy lurk. Twist and turns of fate have not been to my advantage. This day, though, the Walia has died. Again, who? Cool. Do we have any active rivalries then? Nope, no active rivalries we know of. Everything is good. As mentioned previously, we do have a bunch of claims we can get from the Pope on parts of France. Because there are a whole bundle. Holy cow. There's a whole bundle of duchesses as opposed to dukes. And our Pope is a very sexist man. So, in a moment here, we'll push all of the claims on France simultaneously. Will there be any France left after we push all of these? I think France will then just be the capital region. Or close to it. Now, we have to make the Pope like us a little bit more, and then we'll... Alright, she's a woman. Boo. Very good. He's actually willing to give us more of them. No, I don't want skin there. Is it Aquitaine also? Cool. Yeah, apparently asking for claims does not cost anything and has no cooldown. That is ridiculous in the best of ways. We have forced vassalage. Cool. So we will be introducing people to the realm relatively soon. Alright. Fantastic. King of France is actually losing his war. As we said previously, it is the case that King of France here has a dissolution war going, which will cause his title to go away. The issue, of course, is if he loses this dissolution war, there will no longer be a King of France to push all the claims against at once. And so instead we'll have to have independent ducal wars. Fine, no problem. Are we playing on Iron Man? Yep, absolutely. Always Iron Man this channel. I like to deal with the consequences of my bad choices. Alright. How long on this? So I'm currently thinking, is there any way that we'll be able to get the claims and push them before France loses their titles? And the answer to that, unfortunately, is no. Can I invite myself to his war? I have an idea. My idea is I could help the King of France keep his throne so I can then attack the King of France and take all of his land at once. Huh. Oh, I'm not allowed to join. We're not allies yet. Okay. Is there a... No, you can't develop an alliance when either party's at war. And we also don't yet have... defensive negotiations, which allows us to develop an alliance without a marriage. Now, that said, there is one way to develop an alliance at war, and that's a marriage alliance. So I don't think you can arrange betrothal when a person's in prison, can you? Don't think so, but let's see. Who in my family who's male could I use? Okay, unfortunately, all the sons are already betrothed off. You're betrothed to a Amazonian woman. So this group is betrothed only for the sake of making interesting children. As you see, he is handsome and intelligent, and she's Amazonian. That could work very, very well. The one thing we can say of this son is that he is definitely ours, whereas the elder brother definitely is not. So if he ends up ruling, that is okay. Also, a moment ago, I forgot to say thank you for a subscription. Sorry, Kennedy. Kennedy, thank you much indeed for the generous Prime sub. It's good to have you here. And yeah, sorry I missed that for a second. I got focused on France. So we could break this betrothal, which would upset all of our family. Also upset her family. I mean, who? Yeah. I'm considering doing this. Check grandsons. I don't think grandchildren give instantaneous alliances, though. And I need instantaneous to keep France on the throne, or to keep France around, rather. So, okay. Here's the plan. And this is a very silly plan. I'm going to break the betrothal. If it's possible to betroth him into an imprisoned person, do that. Help France keep their throne. Break the betrothal to lose the alliance with France, and remarry him to this child here. Can I give France some more cash? We wish you good seeing you. Yeah, unfortunately, it's too late, I think. If I give him a whole bundle of money, he could get a mercenary stack. But as of right now, yeah, a single mercenary stack just won't do it. I'm going to have to do it myself. Let's see if this can be done the way I think it can. So we want to break this betrothal. I'm very, 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 very sorry. Okay. We then want to see, can we get a alliance with France? I think we may not be able to. Yeah, I think there's no betrothal in prison, unfortunately. Is it bad to fight the duchies independently? I mean, no. It's not a big deal. I just like the idea of taking all France in one war. It's kind of called arrogance or ambition if you prefer. You're not allowed to pay ransom for people who are not in your family or in your vassal tree, I believe. I can't think of any particularly clever ways. I have an idea. Who is the biggest person on the other side of the war? Okay. Languedoc, 4,000. They're quite large. If I declare a war against the other side of the French war, I can then go fight their troops and save France. Yeah, I think that will work fine. Which of you am I more interested in fighting, though? Okay, do I have a claim on your land already? Use this, I break a truce with the King of France. How much longer is that truce, I wonder? 2 years more. So breaking truces, bad kid behavior, obviously. But it's for your own good. Oh, you do war as liege, that's right. You're absolutely right. You can't directly war him, even if he's standing against his liege. Unfortunate. Yep, we'll remarry our son off. Fine. And so where was she? She was a Herculean, Amazonian youngster. I'm looking on my side. Sorry, wrong side. Want to marry our boy is landed, so we have to do find spouse instead. And then look for the Amazonian woman, and that should do it. We may have to apologize to get her back. There she is. They accept, don't you worry. The Emperor moves in mysterious ways. Don't you worry, don't you worry. Alright, so the betrothal ended, the betrothal came back, no problems. I am considering designating the lower son as being the intended heir. Like, he has some fairly good stats other than that intrigue. His elder brother, I like because he has beautiful, and that his son has genius and beautiful both. Yeah, having the fully developed level 3 ones are so nice. We're back and forth on it. We have some time before we die, and that'll be fine. Anonymous, thanks for the follow. Delightful name. Good to have you here. Tales from the Wild. We're working on befriending the Prince Karulemba. Let's meet and compare our kills. I once caught one that is this big. We spent an entire evening talking about hunting, in fact. Maybe he exaggerated. Regardless, we now have a friend, I believe. Maybe it hasn't quite gone through. 4 months to go, then we're good to go. Vian just died, unfortunately. That was a... Oh, I think it was actually my vassals just pushed into France a little bit more. Possibly. Not sure. I can't remember how far to the west we went before. Invitation to a wedding. It's some minor count who is 5 months away. No, no, no. The Prince Zochlami Schlopek has become an adult. We didn't send him to university. We did send our young grandson to university, but he's a natural administrator, did a pretty good job at building that fortune. Welcome, my boy, to the world of adulthood. I may give him a county fairly soon, possibly in the barony he holds right now. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, I think we're going to find one at a time. Unless they've managed to free the princess somehow. But probably not. After laborious preparations, we've discovered that Prince Kalrumlub and I are good friends. Again, I don't remember how many reasons friendship give. Let's see. Is there no explicit we are friends? I really thought there was. It's only plus 35. Looks like we got 9 or 10 reasons. I just don't see them, so... Cool. Negative 31 still. We can get the 1 point very easily. It does come down to faith, because even with rightful liege, he probably wouldn't vassalize. Well. By sword is coming real soon. We have a little note here from the Serene Doge. Unfortunately, it is doggerel. Drivel! Or it's heartfelt, or I don't know how I feel. If I say I don't know how I feel, it means I don't like it, unfortunately. So, not a good poem, but thank you for taking the time to write to your favorite emperor. With that said, the Serene Doge here is 80 years old. So in his late life, he has turned in the direction of poetry, as perhaps we all do. 3 months to go until all claimed at once. Good, good, good. So much building, your head's gonna spin. Hey Wolfman, I'm having a really good day. Today's my first day of teaching. I'll begin teaching, oh gosh, in only like 3 or 4 hours. I'll be in front of a classroom, making an ordeal. There we go! Our culture's discovered divine right fascination. Awesome. Awesome. We'll have to decide what we want next, but that's pretty cool. Silver Knight Gaming, hello friend. Thank you for the follow. Alright, windmills, so strong. Windmills unlock new buildings that were not existent previously. These here are pretty cool. So, a simple wheel placed in a fast-flowing river can accomplish much more than a human or horse-cranked mill. We're tying down nature, dominating nature, making nature in our own image, so that the water wheels will flow through our industry. Windmills the same, so lots of money. The increase to holding taxes is amazing, and this does unlock one more building slot, so we can instantaneously build one of these. It's going to give a gigantic bonus to the taxes from the gold mine. So we can imagine the wind and water helping us to dig somehow. So I will go with this straight away. It'll take us only 9 years to go. I think, let's see. I think our ruler should maybe spend the rest of his life over here in scholarship to help get us the innovation bonuses in the scholar tree, as well as to maybe, as usual, think a little bit about going into whole of body, just stay around a little while longer. We are 13 months away from next perk here. The possible perks are adaptive traditions, more languages, more fun. Foreign affairs we will never be doing. We only care about our vassals. Defensive negotiations, while it could be really fun to have an alliance-without marriage, we don't need it right now. The independent ruler opinion plus 15 is interesting. We have so much money coming in that we can buy our way to plus 100 opinion very easily. So honestly, neither of these is very useful for what we're trying to do right now. So I'm going to move move over before we finish another perk. There's just no reason for it right now. Yeah. Jim Aconius, sleep well. Have a good night. Thanks for being with us. Okay. Usually in later life, we go medicine to try to stay alive longer. For right now, I'm going scholarship to get the development bonus all the way. Speaking of development bonus, I have or have not unlocked the innovation that gives you higher development cap. It's hoardings, right? No. Can never remember which one gives higher. It's urbanization. So as right now, development cap is 35 before penalty. Okay. I am going to go ahead and do developments because very few portions of our empire, except for the capital, have full cap developments, and relatively soon we will have the other one unlocked to get to 55, and then we'll want to push development as fast as possible. So go on scholarship, learning, nothing but learning. If only I can enroll the emperor in the university at this late stage of the game. Oh, someone asked a long time ago, and they asked chat, and they didn't answer, unfortunately. So someone asked a while ago, what do the dark spots inside the Empire mean? If you're still here, it means that wars are happening inside the Empire. Vassals are fighting vassals. Subordinate vassals could be fighting direct vassals. But they're wars that I can't take part in and will not have any effect on the structure of the Empire at my level. So no one's breaking off or anything. It's not an external force challenging us. It's just vassals fighting vassals. There you go. Hello, Peter Gunn. I found a workaround for a bug where it says you're tribal when you try to build a new city or temple, even when you're not. No. I don't think I've heard of that one yet. There's occasionally a year of wrong kind of organization, feudal or tribal, relative to where you're trying to build. The solution to that is to give it to someone of the correct organization style, and then help them change over by giving them money, or give it to someone who doesn't have any particular kind of feudal or tribal declaration yet because they're unlanded, and they'll do it for you. But yeah, if you're feudal, you can't improve tribal places directly. You have to change how they're organized first. The Baroness Bratislava has been excommunicated by the Pope, one of my direct baronesses. You will recall that baronesses are nothing to me, and they're not allowed to refuse title revocation. So, cool. And we'll immediately give that somebody new. It's not a special holding at all. So we're going to just give it to a random person with high stewardship. Hello to you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Thanks so much. Hello to Flopdoodle. Scotland has land in Norway. Yeah, looks like. Okay. So here's the thing. If I declare war on France, then I'm allowed to fight their enemies also. So I need to make sure that France does not lose the war so that I can win the war. Truce is how much longer? It was 2 years last time we looked. 19 months now. So the currently occupied counties are up through Berry, yeah? So the capital of France is currently occupied. So ticking war score will be an issue for the King of France. I don't believe that he can resolve the war before... Yeah, I don't think he can resolve the war before he loses. So I'm going to be a truce breaker, and it's for purely strategic reasons. I don't have claims on all of it, but enough of it. Also, after taking these, it's possible you can then force vassalization in next war. I don't remember the county cap for that. Probably has too much still. Can I get any more claims from the Pope before I do this? This territory down here is held by a woman. Oh gosh, it's 4,000 piety from our claim. No, that's definitely a lot. Yeah, it's probably buying the two ducal level claims I got already were all of our piety. I don't see us developing another 2,000 piety quickly, so that's the cap there. Fine, it's not the best. Well, yeah, I think this is just my arrogance and hubris wanting to do it all in one war. There's no particular reason to do that. Let's move on. We'll pick up the pieces of France after they figure out their issues. Hello, Doge guy. You're not going to join me. There's no way he'll ever join me, so... Unfortunately... Yum, yum, yum. Let's get ourselves deployed out this way. Can you murder the opposing leader, the King of France? That's an interesting question, right? Because if the King of France dies, then the reason for the war dies also, and that would end the war against the King of France. He has pretty low intrigue, so yeah, it might be possible to kill the King of France, and then the title descends to his daughter without going through the war, and so France exists still, but... probably shouldn't do that. Venice, what kind of troops do you have? 5,000 and mercenary money, so though we don't necessarily need everybody, we'll just raid everybody and work from there. The annoying thing is always about these kinds of wars against Venice, we have to march our way and then boat our way, and so we don't want to use all of the money across, or for boats and such. Too many troops! Too many troops! But hopefully the Doge is impressed by our armies marching through his territory. By the way, while we're fighting at war, the King of England wants to play a game of Niffle-Flattiful. What's our current wit in Hostilooter? 0. Sure. Have to play a rousing game of Niffle-Flattiful. Excellent. King Humphrey is waiting for a little match. We're neck and neck, though neither is even close to victory. I don't know how to play this game. Wait, he's crazy. Is it possible he has made up the name of a game? Is this Calvin Ball? I guess maybe Calvin Ball. Alright, which is easier, beating us or instead telling the tale of our loss? Well, we'll let for that one out in about 3 minutes. My friends, an ad break is coming. We'll pause the game real quick. The ads will run. While the ads are running, I'll do some crossword puzzles, because golly gosh, I'm a big nerd. I will leave you all in chit-chat mode. Please don't spoil things, etc., etc., etc. But it's a pretty quick crossword we should get done probably on this break. Maybe the one just after. Wombat for Hire, it's good to have you here. Hope we're doing very, very well. Alright, so what's this one here? Stimulated pot growth. Oh, so pot I thought of as, being a literal urn, or instead as a, like marijuana. It's also ante-up. Build the pot that way. Love it. Wrist rest of sorts, a mouse pad. Do you all use mouse pads? I haven't in such a long time. I don't even have like a mouse mat thing. It's just my mouse on a table. Okay. This one, too many vowels, don't quite know yet. So, capital of Togo. Yeah, I can't remember that. I should know it. Like one who doesn't factor gender into love. I think they call it panromanticism. Cool. Chinese performance featuring a lucky fantasy dragon. Yeah, I'm not sure. Left outside to mature in a way. To sun ripen, maybe? Maybe. That's not going to fit. Sun ripened, a right part of speech. Pianist axe. It's a manual axe. I think that's a spelling correctly. We'll see. Turn out terribly for all. Like lose possibly. The word Pyrrhic means one loses while winning. Not quite sure. Oh, you know what? Chinese performance featuring a lucky fancy creature. I thought it said that it featured a dragon, but no, dragon is definitely the first portion of this one. So dragon dance, maybe? I'll put that in and we'll see if that's right in just a moment. That does help me with the spelling of cappuccino. You recall last time I couldn't remember if it's double C or double N, so I think that's right then. Oh gosh. There may be an H in there. I don't know. Oh, fine. Oh, fine, they say. If you... something. Recovered from an all-nighter. Probably just slept. Fender bender result, surely a dent. Very good. A university sports organization. It's the NCAA. Cheese sometimes cooked with sog. Sog is spinach, so pinner. 8 1/2 by 11-inch paper size abbreviation. So it's letter size. I don't know how it's abbreviated here. I'll try that and see. A squirrel's hangout. They hide inside of like those gnarly bits of trees. They hang out in, trees. I don't know if the squirrels might be a team. We'll see eventually. African LGBTQ plus activist David Cotto for one. I do not know. A burst of growth are spurts. Enclosed body of water. Lagoon. Crown's protection. Oh, the crown of teeth. It's enamel. He's a Ugandan, apparently. Ugandan. Enjoyed Colorado's rapids. Is indeed rafted. Very good. Ugandan. Gobble up. Probably just eat. Outdoor co-op. But no, I was going to say it's outdoor coop. It is indeed co-op. They have the hyphen there. Can I talk to you real quick? Do you have a second, possibly? Epic party, a rave, a bash? Not sure. At any point. Word soon is not right. That's the truth. No idea. Sketchy show. Nope. Darn it. Dang. Hell. Heck. Something like that. New drivers often. Probably teens, I'd suspect. The ad break is over in 30 seconds. Trump's Hillary for all is end in tears. All over but the crying. What I always say in the last day of class. Sacred Hindu texts. Oh, the Tantras. Wow. Arugula alternative. So it's kind of lettuce. So like what, kale, there's iceberg. Yeah, no idea. Completely fooled by. Taken in, maybe? The across is oh fine, if you insist. So I think taken in is very likely for completely fooled by. Funny. The squirrel's hangout is oaks, a kind of tree. Ad break's over now. Let's see. Arugula alternative is like escalade. I have no idea. Covert comments on stage. These are sides. Outdoor co-op. Oh, REI. It's a sports store in the U.S., isn't it? And it's a co-op as opposed to being a purely for-profit company. That's enough for now. We'll finish it next ad break. Thanks for hanging out while we did that over the ads. All right, a couple messages while I was gone. One bed for hire. Got into CK3, found the channel, love the content. Thank you. Welcome to CK3. It's a really great game. I've played a whole bunch of, and I love so darn much. If you have any questions, let us know, please and thanks. Possible, thank you for teaching me. The game we're playing here, which is pronounced in a way I do not know, means fist table. Is it a table in the shape of the fist? Are fists used in the game? Is it because the Norse people get so angry and smash the table? Not sure. Skyward Dev, welcome back. First day of classes, yeah. So I actually stream in my morning, though, and then teach my afternoon and evening. So it is first day of classes, but I'm talking to you before I talk to my new students. So I'll be teaching in, gosh, just over 3 hours' time. Yeah, but good seeing you, Skyward. Hope you're having a good day. All right. As usual, the way I deal with these kind of really random events is identify which of my skills that's relevant here is strongest. We are Old Man King, who's doing very, very, very well in basically everything. What's relevant is martiality, intrigue, or prowess. Speaking of Old Man King, he's lost half of his prowess thus far, so probably not that one. And his intrigue is... Actually, his intrigue is what we're going to use here, though it's countered by prowess. The King of England's pretty good at that. More thinking. Martiality we're 17, countered by intrigue. His is 6. I feel much, much better on that one. This game is like chess played only with rooks, and one side is a king. The goal is for the king to escape. Maybe we should do a Nafatal stream tomorrow. We'll see. We're going to choose, let's do Marshall. Wait, his Marshall's quite bad also. So I choose my prowess, which is better than his. Let's do prowess. Let's arm wrestle. Our match marches on. He has a move and a firm grip. Is that grip in the arm wrestle or grip in the game? We're neck and neck. Again, wrestling. The match marches on. He still has decent move and a firm grip, but once again, neck and neck. I think we're going to lose this one. Unless we have like a sudden change in plans here. And, surprise! Marshall! Oh, it's still going. Somehow he's countering me everywhere. He thinks I'm cheating. Oh boy. We threaten him. If you move that piece, I will punch you. With a roar of triumph, I surge to my feet. It is good to be the Emperor. God has witnessed my triumph, and he knows full well that I threatened to punch the opposition. From the start, I had complete trust that God would see me as the victor. There could be no other way. A desolate Humphrey remains seated, hands on his haunches, trying to comprehend where it all went wrong. What went wrong is that you're not my vassal yet. I'm coming for you, King Guy. Look at our tiny little arms. We're not the swollest of people, and yet we threaten to punch people. Good stuff. I could say good game. I could mock him. Or I'd say let's play again sometime in the future. If we do that, we become friends. He's Catholic, I'm Catholic. He's a king, though, and so he's never going to vassalize peacefully. So, GG, no re. Also, for some reason, we're getting all the invitations to go to chess matches right now, or to game matches. Was chess just invented, possibly? I don't know. We'll definitely do this, though. Hello. Hello to you, Humdrum. How's it going? What's my first joke in class? Oh, gosh. I don't have any, like, pre-prepared jokes I do on the first day of the class. I guess the first, like, funny thing I say, it's not super funny, but... so I actually don't start by introducing myself, which is a weird pedagogical move. I always start by saying, like, I walk from a class, I get my things ready, I say... this moment right here is my favorite moment of the entire semester. At this moment, we have nothing. We're just some people sitting in a room together. We're strangers, but by the end of this class, hopefully we've built something worthwhile together. This moment, at which nothing's determined, is possibility. All throughout our lives, blah, 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 right? Finally, at the end of that little shtick, I say, so, I'm Professor Resorty Resorterson. The most important thing to know about me is I'm just some guy. There you go. There you go. And the students usually laugh at that one because I think it's really important for how I teach this kind of class that the students are not afraid of me. And so when I say I'm just some guy and then invite them to just call me Resorty, this is the moment at which they usually recognize that it's going to be a kind of unusual class. So that's the first big laugh usually this semester, is when I've like built up this moment of academic tension and like this class is serious business about our lives and our place in the society. And then I say, look, I'm just some guy. And they have a chuckle over there. There you go. There you go. Hello, Phelan. Did I see a joke you made when you came in? Probably not. Feel free to repost it and I will read your joke aloud. We'll see, we'll see. Duke Yosef is waiting to begin a chess match. Sat waiting with competitive grimace writ large across his features. We're neck and neck, though neither is close. So he is a drunkard who beats himself. He's real bad at prowess and real bad at martiality, both. And so... Oh, it's chess. It's chess. These are different stats. Learning matters instead. Our learning is 37. That's countered by Marshall. His is 9. Let's just say a bunch of big fancy words over and over and over again and see how it goes. Here are words. Boom! The power of the dictionary compels you. Also, have you seen my words? Ha ha! Very good. Hey, Valen, your wife told you to take a spider out instead of killing it the other day. You all went out for drinks. Turns out he's a pretty cool guy. He's a web developer. Valen, unexpected joke. Thank you for it. I appreciate it. Vintage, thank you. Thank you. I really like teaching a lot. It's super important to me. Slivers, hello, hello. It's SGDQ week. Is it really? Summer games done quick. Are they back to doing the big summer games done quick in person now? Or instead, are they still doing it online? I know in early COVID, they canceled the games done quick at the hotel. It was very heartbreaking for everyone. But I am getting closer to being the king of games. Nothing but a shallow husk of a man has been left of Yosef. He can't believe I won. Gotta have confidence up, man. Confidence. Secrets. The Count Meingard has accused my vassal, the Count Albert, of having an extramarital affair with his lover, Countess Anna. Oh my goodness. So many counts. I can't count that high. Guards? The one person who's been put in prison. Oh, she's actually quite local to our capital. Yeah, she's just across the way there. And she's pregnant. Yeah, I think every time we imprison someone who we know has cheated and both the other people are still alive, they're always pregnant. Always pregnant. There's some money. Good to good. Sliver's gonna visit SGDQ tomorrow. Cool. Is there a run you're looking forward to? I never plan to watch any part of the Games Done Quick events, but every time I do, I'm always so delighted. We do get gaming XP for having those games. A very, very small amount, unfortunately. Maybe we should throw a tournament. You know what? Maybe we should throw a tournament. Oh, we're at war. This does happen occasionally. We're like, let's have a good time. Let's push some buttons. And I completely forget that, nope, we're actually at war. And this is the story of how we lost a war against the Doge. So what I'm planning to do here is to split this army into 2 equal pieces, and that way we can go ahead and siege on both. Definitely we're sending over more troops than we need. Also the nice thing about landing in the way that we're doing so is we'll get a disembarkation penalty and no one will be there to stop it. Who's leading this group? The Doge himself is doing so, and the Doge has only 146 money. This because he used it to buy a bunch of mercenaries, as normally happens. There you go. There's no way to prove it. My courtier Zanef has brought forward evidence that Adelaida is not the daughter of Gottfredo, the son and heir of my vassal Duke Michel, etc., etc., etc. How can my own daughter do this to us? Oh. I was struck by random drama, but no. There's an impurity in the bloodline. Shame, shame. She will not be inheriting anything ever, so that's okay. Hello to Quasar. Is demanding payment due to a hook from chieftains of your kingdom with the same house name harmful or worth it to acquire the gold? I believe that demanding payments from hooks is a... It might be a penalty to opinion on that person, but no, if you're doing it for being head of household, no one else in the house cares. It's one of the privileges and perks of being head of household. So no, if you need the money, that's a fine way of doing it. Unless there's some reason you need that hook in the future to, I don't know, call someone to war maybe. But no, I will regularly take money from family members while the kingdom is small, especially. Yeah. Yep, happy to help. Yeah, you have to invest in Grandpa's harebrained schemes. They're going to be defending in a mountain. We have overwhelming numbers, so no problem. The number one reason we're doing this is, fingers crossed, that we catch the Doge, so we're able to ransom him before he joins the Empire. And that will be cool. Ugart Thief, thank you for the Prime sub. You may steal from some, but you give to the Riz. I appreciate that. No, we didn't catch the Doge, unfortunately. That's alright. We'll go and siege this. Actually, factually, I'm going to kill some good men just to end this war. Cool. We now hold Venice. No prisoners caught, but we are done. And just like that, finally, the only piece of Italy that eludes us is the papacy, and we'll be incorporating that actually quite soon. Maybe right now, actually. Hey, Vera, how's it going? How's the weather here today? It's moving into Japan's rainy season, so it is the case that it is raining, and we'll be raining every single week, every single day for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. That's how it goes. Our very first learning perk, as always, I go health, but no, I really care about increasing our fascination speed. Though, who are we looking after right now? Okay, as of right now, we still have 10 more years of educating our ward. So, kind of unexpectedly, wasn't planning for this. I'm going to go pedagogy first, in hopes of giving additional skills to the person who might rule someday. Cool. Other thing to say is, no, we're fine. Our number 2 son, in case he's been inheriting through designated heir, hasn't had any kids yet. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Speaking of sons and heirs and so on, have I designated you? Only 1,000 prestige to do that. Does anyone know if there's a cooldown on designated heir? I don't think there is. And I want this kid to... I mean, we could also just skip over one of our sons. But no. The one thing to say, and this is not important for the Empire, but is important for smaller kingdoms, is in this most recent patch, possibly the DLC, not sure which one, vassals have preferred heirs. And so, you see there at the bottom, they prefer heirs who are zealous and righteous with high learning. The glory hounds prefer ones who are compassionate with high diplomacy. The provincial ones prefer those who have high stewardship and are rational, etc., etc., etc. So it's definitely a case of choosing who you want to upset. Now, I don't quite know what high means for the context of this judgment yet. It's like this guy. He wants learning. These ones want stewardship, etc. This person's above average in a whole bunch of things, just not militarism. So I want to imagine if he inherits, it'll make everyone happy. That's the fantasy world I live in. Hey, Nemenon, it might be once per lifetime. That's what I was thinking also. That's once per lifetime on designated heir. As of right now, we lose 1 title in succession. Empire of Italy. Yeah, because we have both empires, They very much want to spin one of them out through a Confederate partition. Hello, beautiful. I'll come for you someday soon. Yeah, we're gonna have to disinherit the kid, or... Okay. I'm gonna disinherit this kid. He may end up being the one I want to use for inheritance. We can then reinstate him if necessary. We've already disinherited 2 people, and so this will be a third one for a total of negative 30 friendship points with the whole realm. I did not push that button correctly, but at this point, negative 30 is A-okay. Hostility, disinherit. I'm so sorry. I could force my son to take votes? When you say votes, what do you mean? Do you mean HRE's elective? Certainly not. Certainly not. Oh, the vows. The vows, not votes. Huh. That may have been a good way of going. That said, he was inheriting, and people won't take the vows they're going to inherit something, correct? I think that's how it works. I can destroy the Italian Empire. No, we're about to use the Italian Empire to force the Pope in. Just about to do that, we'll see. My granddaughter-in-law has given birth to our first ever great-grandson. You are not in the inheriting line. It's over in Valencia, it looks like. It's a little child named Cheval, Wheezy McWeezerson. That's fine. Okay. Hi, Pope guy. You can't push multiple ducal claims at the same time. So we're going to have to do 2 wars, unfortunately. So I want to seize Orbitello. It's not showing up as shiny. And I don't know why it's not showing up as shiny. If we go for this, we get a weak hook on the Duke Erman of Tuscany. Okay. Yeah, it's one or the other, but not both. So I need to take the one county first, and then go for the rest. Sorry, Pope guy. It's for your own good. I'm keeping you safe. You can't be trusted. As the good parents looks after their child, we shall look after the Pope now. Pope guy has plenty of money to buy mercenaries. He's going to have a pretty substantial stack coming through. And so we'll overdo it for sure. Invitation to Duke Stanislav of Bosnia's wedding. Bosnia does report to us kinda sorta. It's 4 months away though, and we're at 0 stress, I believe. Yeah, so let's not do that. It's Shefsky. Hi, it's Resorty. Thanks for the follow, I appreciate that. Okay, again with the building. I said I was gonna throw a tournament, and then got busy attacking the Pope instead. Fine. What else we got? We can call the Queen of Valencia in, or the King of Hungary. Nah. I will take the shame of attacking the Pope on my own hands and no one else's. We're attacking into a hill in wintertime. Once again, I've started a war in winter, because I never look what month it is. Okay. So, we want to go siege down Orbitello and work our way through. Is this a heathen pope? Nah. He's another atheist. This is the second atheist pope in a row. Also, there is a little bit of unhealth for him. So, we're hoping it's the case we get through the war quickly, and then... Hello? Why are you there? We're hoping we get through the war quickly, and then the Pope dies, so we lose the truce with him. Because it's a personal truce, not a titular truce. Does this affect one's piety? You have to spend some piety to attack the Pope, yes. It caused the Pope to like you less and less and less every time that you attack him. And he will have a permanent disdain towards you for holding his beloved territories. But no, you can't get excommunicated by it, I'm relatively sure. And he can't call a holy war against you if you're a Christian, so... Oh no! The Queen Mother of Croatia is dying of eating poisonous berries. What? What? The advantage of that is that Croatia didn't like us at all once upon a time. They're getting closer. They're getting closer. Also, I'm still on absolute crown authority. I forgot about that. And he has high taxes also. Good. I'm sorry. I mean, you're pulling in 5 money a month, so I get 1 full money from you. Never mind. I was going to say I was going to lower his taxes, but I need those taxes. They help the empire grow. Large vassals like us fine, so we're going with maximum martiality. At war, I usually use levies, but instead we'll improve the knights, I think. Oh, thank you. I did leave the green rally point there. Usually I'm a 1 rally point kind of person. I know some viewers are always preferring to use multiple rally points, be very thoughtful about this. I'm just not that kind of person. The top commander is really the best one to use, even though he doesn't have anything for winter time. Oh, also it's spring now, so that's fine. The siege begins. Our commander here is no one, so we'll get the siege commander instead. Also Enigma, I'm not actually sure I said thank you, but thank you for the subscription. I'm glad you're enjoying hanging out with us. 30 days away a hunt. A white stag of legend, she says. Oh, you know what? I have still never had someone report to me there's a legendary beast in our territory. Does anyone know how to increase the chance of that? Because I know when you start your own hunt, you can say, do you want to do Wenator? Do you want to do falconry or hunt a legendary beast? And I've never had a legendary beast pop up. I'm kind of bummed about that. Kind of bummed. There's no danger on the way. We are not leaving the Empire. Barely leaving our home territory. Let's have a little walk over there. Off to hunt again. It's kind of broken. You've had legendary beasts show up, but you couldn't start the hunt. That's strange. So, a number of people on Discord were talking about this being the buggiest Paradox DLC of their entire experience. Is that true for you all also? Or is kind of par for the course? Like, I've definitely played other Paradox DLCs that were nowhere near this buggy. But this one's feeling a little dispiriting, TBH. We wait the arrival of the guests. The Countess Bosuslava is having us look around for fancy things. Maybe Stellaris DLC are quite bad. I've never played a Stellaris DLC on release. I always wait a couple months on those, but waiting for some guests. I don't know. We don't really need any of those things. So who's coming here? Doja Pisa, fine. King of Poland, fine. All right, let's try to make nice with Croatia finally. After the years and years of having things unhappily between us. So for a moment there, I was meaning to pull up, make a friend. I pushed guest list instead of pick a friend. And I saw it said, hunt guests. And I read that as a verb. And I said, whoa. I don't want to hunt any guests. That's the guests of the hunt, as opposed that are being hunted. Most dangerous of prey, surely man. King of Croatia. Okay, we are just going to chase this little army around. I feel kind of bad that the Pope has, literally no chance of winning this. He really should surrender, but... Oh, I was actually going to let my siege weapons go by if I want to. Great. Someone tried to kill Zanov. Who's Zanov? The court musician. My sense is the majority of these attempts to kill court musicians is they're tired of our music. But what's the chance of being estabinated? We don't quite know yet. We have chased away that army. We'll continue chasing them. Do we have a speedy commander? Speedy delivery, speedy delivery. Yes, we do. I've learned that one of my random nieces is a witch. A witch, they say. So I've actually never done a witch playthrough of this game. Despite all of our playthroughs, never. Those of you who have tried witch playthrough, is it interesting? Does it add like some fun events? As I said previously, I didn't really like the Demon Mancer playthrough of CK2. It was just like unrealistic in a way I didn't find enjoyable. Like, I'm totally on board with all kinds of unrealism in my video games, suspension of disbelief, etc. P.S. We are marching across the river, Emperor, etc. Alia Icta Est. Crossing the Tiber. Is this a Tiber? I have no idea, actually. My apologies for knowing just enough about Roman history to make a joke that may actually not be real. There's a major decision to make your entire bloodline witches. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Duke Smeal has been excommunicated. We haven't. Place your bets now. Will we capture the Pope? Toss here assembles the party as the sun rises. Let's try to find some birds. My beaters have no trouble bringing the bird out of hiding with 20% chance. Feeling a little unlikely. Feeling a little unlikely. Our opportunity to make friends with the King of Croatia. Waiting for word from the scent hounds, the party race beneath some trees. The king's not too far away. How are you? Not often a chance to talk. So he's not yet a hunter. He is patient, temperate, and greedy. Each one says what it appeals to. Active side. It's not clear he has one of those. His passionate side. Utility, diligence, or stewarding. His stewarding's halfway decent, so sure. Good job taking care of the forest. It's nicely shaped, lots of pruning, and good trails too. He hates me! Okay, fine. A nice stack wipe there. The war's over. We're gonna go ahead and just finish the siege. Yeah, I have no idea how to interact with people. My social ineptitude out here might affect my characters in there also. Time for the hunt. Fingers crossed. The time is now. The day is here. And two in the bush. We fail again, unfortunately. We had a good time. We didn't make any friends. And we stole a book from the Pope. A memory of Countess Susanna. Nothing special. That's sad. Oh no, I've made a major mistake. It's not a major mistake. When we changed our intrigue tree, or our lifestyle focus tree, we didn't change our books. Such a waste of experience points. Shame, shame, shame. Let me do that right now before I forget to do so. So I don't think we have any useful books at all for our pockets. At least this is a pocket book. I don't see us using it at this point, so I'll destroy that for some cash money. Thank you. The chess piece gives renown. At some point soon, we'll probably move over to the health one. Actually, right now, because it does give a little bonus to learning, which is the tree we're in right now. So instead, I'm gonna remove the piety one because we don't need piety anymore. we have chosen the path of the unrighteous, we'll say. Did I steal a book for the Pope and destroy it? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Unsubstantiated rumors. I don't know what you're talking about. And then to the royal courts. I have a really good diplomacy book. I don't think I have a really good learning book yet. Also, we need to commission an epic eventually. Look how big that book is. It's the largest book I've ever seen. Huge. Czech court politics, so good, but not for learning. Stewardship, Marshall. I actually don't have a learning book right now, other than the Golden Legend, so I don't have two learning books. In that case, we have to decide what we want to do. I think faster construction really is the right call. No, I'm going to do development growth instead, simply so that we're able to have all of our counties improve in development instead of just the one that the steward's working with. Speaking of which, though, what's our steward doing? Improving the development of Paris. Paris development is currently 24, so it can go for another 10 points or so. That'll be good. The hunt fails. Prey eluded us, and friends did too. It was a fine time. And yeah, the king has just become a hunter, so it's going to be a while. Oh, my short range statue's still up. Thank you. You're absolutely right about that. Good catch, Mithras. Yeah, this statue here is only for short range. I always forget to remove it. So instead, this chest gives us renown. Prize wine tune does not, so we'll go to this one. And while we're filthy rich, we'll repair this one all the way. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's empty the prison and then finish the war. And it'll be worth cash. Cool. We'll deal with the rest of them after the war's done. Alright. So, Orbitello has been taken. Next war, we vassalize the Pope. And the question will just be, does the Pope die soon? Do we have to wait for the truce to end? Or do we decide to be a truce breaker? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Is Garden Hermit automatically better at personal champion? I actually don't know. I've seen Garden Hermit a few times, but I've done nothing with it so far. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. If you have any theory on Garden Hermit, I'd love to know. Love to know. Woodis is, hope I'm saying your name right. I doubt I am, but thanks for the follow. How are we doing? All right. So, I said before I want to throw a grand tournament. Also, so France has not lost their war. You will recall that a little while back I looked at France and said they're going to lose their title because they were negative 68 or so. They've managed to unsiege the capital. So the numbers are much closer, but this side should still be winning. Huh. I no longer have a truce with France. Why is your 9 martial guy being put forward as personal champion? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of what makes for good, what's it called? Good perks and such for skills in the court. Just not sure. All right, we have claims on a lot of this, but not all of it. If he's going to stay at the war even longer, sure, let's use our somehow still alive 45 and learning guy to bring me claims. Hopefully on duchies I don't have claims on yet. Also, Pope guy, are we close to giving me another claim on something? So, don't think I have a claim on you. If I had another 2,000 piety still, we could go on pilgrimages just to get the prestige or piety we need to get this claim, but it's not going to happen. So, Bordeaux needs some investigation. The Prince Archbishop says he's going to learn about the ways of the Bordeauxians. Also, England's having an internal war. Oh, 2 of them actually. Number 1, the Duke of Mercia has decided to push for a new king. Number 2, Northumbria is trying to lower crown authority. And the King of England has 280 dudes. Is this the point that that Normandy loses their throne? So who is Prince Walter? Normandy also. So the king's distant cousin apparently is going to become king soon. That's fine. That's just fine. Let's go ahead and throw a tournament. Let's throw a tournament. So there is an achievement I would like to go for. I'm not sure we can actually accomplish it, but I want to think very serious about how I might be able to do so. Little William Marshall. Win every contest at Grand Tournament with at least 3 contests. So, we've got to figure out what we're best at. In terms of pure skills here, we're not half bad at foot fighting. Also, because we're hosting this thing and we're the top liege, we can order absolutely everyone to bow to us and throw their matches so we can guaranteed win. If Fabricated in the county cap, a better chance of getting the duchy. Oh, did I not? Did I miss? I thought the barony of Bordeaux is the capital of the county for one, and then of the duchy also. So did I choose incorrectly, or is it just an FYI? If I'm wrong on that, I'm happy to change it around. I thought that's right, though. Time for the grand tournament. Bum, bum, bum. Where to have it? Where to have it? So I think all these different kinds of buildings do is give cheaper events. And there's nothing that causes you to have a higher chance of success, etc. So we'll throw it at Prague and invite the professors to come watch too. So as of right now, I only have the 3 available. And so let's find what we're best at. We're real good at archery. We're perfect at recital. Perfect at board games also. Awesome. Recital and maybe not archery. 1 second. Recital, board games, and yes, next best at archery. Cool. Cool. Participate, participate, participate. This contest greatly increases bow trait, and wit trait, and wit trait. We're having singing jousts. You have to run back and forth past each other, trying to avoid the Doppler effect. It's true. Alright. We have a champion. He's not lowborn, and he's not in good health, so champion guy, you just do you. I'm not going to force you to fight. If you want to, you're welcome to. Our reason for being here, of course, is to... I was going to say to triumph. I don't see triumph yet. I don't know if that's only available once you're inside of the... once you're inside of the event, or if you can't triumph at your own. Probably some knights instead. And then, big fancy encampments. Cool. And also the finest of prizes. I've actually never seen magnificent prizes. I've always seen fine at the highest, so I can't wait to see what people get. Because the fine prizes are absolutely nothing to an emperor. So we'll see. Alright, here we go. I'm on course to qualify. How great is that? I'm allowed to do something in 12 days' time. Nice, 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 nice. Hello, Lithuania. Lithuania, you're kind of tiny. Oh, we're at activity. Shoot. You have to declare war before you go places. Always forget about that. So we sit at peace, due only to the Emperor's forgetfulness. The grand tournament is open! We can now go places and do things. So we're barely guaranteed to qualify. I hope no one would attempt to lower our chance of qualification. So let's go and do tourney grounds. We see a chicken racing against a hawk. I could learn a thing or two about falconry. I could say I enjoy watching this, lowering our stress. I say it's quite impressive, increasing our score. I can bet on the outcome of this race, or I don't care. If I don't care, we get a slight increase to score. If it's preparation, we get a moderate increase instead. Yes. Preparation, good, more score. Now, I don't know if that score only affects qualification or affects victory instead. Not quite sure how it goes. We'll see, we'll see. Now I'm allowed to change it to Triumph. Again, I think it's after it begins that you can do that. Triumph gives you an increased progress victory and special events and options, etc. So, we shall triumph. Hey Shay, how's it going? Now that you've played this game, you're in awe of how easily I manage everything. I hope you're having fun with your playthrough. You're seeing here the outcome of a tremendous number of hours of playing this game, so don't be too hard on yourself. Let's go to the temple. Silence falls over, and then Napoleon, The instigator grins in stupidly. What's all this then? Where's the music? At the church. Can you believe it? It is sacrilege. Gain some piety and throw the man in prison. He's not a great knight, and so he's not a major competitor against us by any means. Party. Did someone say party? If we do that, we'll upset our... it's actually not our bishop. It's some random priest instead. Or get out, you lovable louts. So... no imprisoning folks. He has no money anyway. I suspect his liege does not care about him, so it's ha 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 funny. But that's all. What's up, Tamwin? Good to see you. Unstable, thank you for both the follow and the subscription. Boom, boom, boom. Super generous all the way through, and glad you're enjoying hanging out. And Dalmar, thank you for the follow also. Hope y'all are having totally lovely Sunday evenings, Monday mornings. Dukes and kings are arriving. So much more prestige. Gosh, we're pretty fancy. Speaking of pretty fancy, how long until we get ourselves next level of legacy? Very close, very close, very close. Yeah, it should happen soon. Kill the Pope? I intend to vassalize the Pope. It's coming really soon. Hey, people, guy tomorrow off, full day of Skyrim and CK3. Nice. Since I've gotten married, I no longer have completely full days of video games, which is probably good for my like mental health and for being a fuller person. But I do miss it. I do miss the periods when I would just play a video game from morning to night, maybe get a pizza as like complete relaxation today, and yeah, not so much anymore. The entrance mill about the main tent, waiting for the event to start, warming up vocal cords, memorizing stanzas through and through. A newcomer called Miklush, heretofore unknown among the poets and bards of the Empire, has garnered much interest this year. So he's not labeled as being a poet. He has a little wit, but not too much. My ears prick up when I'm mentioned. Could be good. Could be bad, we'll see. It's time to show the world my skill, or we can make a bet. I'm feeling good. Let's place a bet. 5 more dukes arrive or betting, so place ye your bets now. I am the favorite, 4-1 on me. So if we bet on ourselves, we get 13 extra money. I very much want to win this thing, so I'm going to put all my money on myself and get almost nothing back. Alright, here is Easton. Easton, my court poet. My court poet comes up against us. He flashes an arrogant smirk my way as he ascends the dais, and it doesn't take long for me to find out why. The very first line is a grave insult to me, and the rest follows suit. Wow. Oh boy. So I was curious how you'd insult someone named Spasha, but I realized it looks a little bit like, spastic. I see what you're onto. Not terribly clever, you. The sound of the cheering, jeering crowd fills my ears. I have no choice but to retaliate with my own poem against Easton's honor. My opening verse is of paramount importance. "'Tis true Easton rhymed like no other. However, I have lain with his mother. He is a rakish lover. His mind couldn't be duller, or his face couldn't be rougher." Ruffa. Gotta rhyme that one. Alright. So, highest chance here is mocking his love life, mocking his intellect, or mocking his look. I'm gonna go for his intellect. More farch, more like moron. Boom! Roasted. My verse wins the crowd over. However, streams of commoners and nobles alike flocked to the contest grounds, vying to secure a good view of the recital. A horrendous groan— oh, not this again. Every time we hold a tournament, this happens. A horrendous groan pierces the excited hubbub. A stand is overloaded with spectators. It gives way with a crash. Its mass of screaming victims are sent tumbling from view.
As recriminations fly, my wife staunchly discourages punishing the stand's builders. This is an act of God, nothing else. Is God the head builder's name? We can execute the builders. If we do this, in the future things are more expensive. We have to bring in our own builders elsewhere. Unfortunately, no matter what we do, the local county is unhappy with us for having shoddy buildings and, killing their peasants, etc., etc. Or we can look after the bereaved and give some money to the local victims. If we do that, our dread goes down more quickly. I'm not a dreadful ruler at all at this point. That makes up for part of the negative opinion. Or God apparently just a bit of a jerk. Why do bad things happen to good people, namely to me? I'm going to go ahead and pay the cash money. It's only 2 months of income. Sharing with the peasants. The crowd hollers and cheers as I complete my latest recital, a piece designed to target Sistamir's honor and show all how much greater my wit is. This is not the person against whom we were rapping a moment ago, my friends. So either we defeated the prior person, or the game is confused. We were definitely rapping against our poet a moment ago. There's no doubts in anyone's mind who the clear winner is, but in the sheer euphoria of the moment, I feel the urge to loose a new poem upon my adoring crowd. So, Sestamir. In the morning when he arises, not yet wearing his disguises, the noble Sestamir looks upon the mirror. In those eyes, lost in the skies, he finds only a horror. Oh no, what rhymes with horror? Oh, it's going so well, this ugly face is truly a borer. Boo. Alright, one more verse. Good job. At least the people in the game were impressed. Oh, lovely speaking, very good. I'm winning. Victory so close. There are precious few competitors left to go. Okay, so we're actually competing against absolutely everyone, one after another, instead of against any one person. One more verse. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, everyone assembles. The contest is over, and I am a poet. Obvious rhyme here. Hooray! Hooray! I actually won! So we got some money back. We also got 300 money for winning, which makes up for what we gave the peasants. We're an iambic virtuoso. Bonus to diplomacy and faster experience gain also. Neat! So round one. 2 more to go, and then we'll be able to finish the very last achievement in the line of this this playthrough's the game's achievement pile. The very hardest of the very hard, apparently. How long until we finish windmills? They're required for increasing our mine's quality. 6 years to go. Will you live for 6 years? I think you will. Poor health. That's no good. Our physician's our son. What's his physicianing up to right now? Man, almost nothing. He's been a physician for like 15 years. I think we haven't gone to war often enough. And he gets a tiny little health penalty counter there. I was hoping he'd be a little higher by now. Slow going. The Duke of Starmark has been spending time with my Chancellor. Apparently likes me a little bit more. Good. How's the spinny spin here doing? About halfway done. All right, we have qualified once more, which means I missed an opportunity to go visit locations. I was focused on the Empire, not the Emperor. Here we are, my friends, having a board game. For the first bout against our vassal, the Count Sestamir. So he officially has more wit points than I do. Or at least I did at the start of the tournament. Now, Alright, we're just slightly below him. But we're getting pretty close. Alright, I am prepared. The table flips over, sending the chess pieces flying. His moods turn suddenly several moves ago, as he realized a simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favor. Yes, yes, you win, Spasa. Happy? I am happy. I am happy indeed, thank you. I appreciate when those end very quickly with no real thinking. It's always a good thing. Next up, we're up against Duke Ghazi. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, I noticed his eyes are darting about the crowd. It seems to be looking directly at a figure standing behind me. They're forming subtle hand gestures and moving their lips, no doubt giving Ghazi instructions. So I can tattle on him to the judges. If I do this, the judges are almost certain to believe me. This, however, is very stressful, because we're a calm and kind man. I want to say that defending the integrity of the game is not an unkind thing to do. Or I become unpredictable and push my pieces out randomly. Or focus on the game. Focus on the game, we are almost certainly going to win. So focus all the way. That throws him off. Wonderful. The soft click of moving pieces disturbs the calm. We're deep in the end game. The game hangs in the balance. I ponder what's happened. When my opponent overturned the table in an almighty crash, I thought that was against the last person. Who knows? We can use warfare, we can make fun of the opponents, we can be daring, or we can play it safe. So our highest chance of doing well is by mocking him. Ghazi the Cruel turns out to be a fool. He thought he was good at chess. Turns out I'm the best. Tuh. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! King me! I'm sorry, Emperor me! I can't help but allow my visage to crack and smile as my opponent falls into my trap. I activate my trap card. It's a pot of greed. I draw 2 cards. The judges call an end. I have won. Good. Judges Lutigard and Waldo have also played their match. Lutigard won. That works well. Fine contest all the way. Welcome then to the final. Spasha versus Duchess Lutigard. She is compassionate, forgiving, and a true warrior for the cross. She has no points in wit at all. She likes to drink. And she's having a sad time. I can order her to concede. No. We're going to win this one fair and square. I can do this. Apparently I don't want to win the achievement. We'll see. Distracted by my idle strategizing, I've overlooked an opening which would give me a clear advantage as long as my opponent has not anticipated it. I'm conscious not to make any outward sign of recognition lest I draw attention, scanning Lutigard's eyes for awareness or the deception of a trap. Could say, board game. Softly, softly. Wait, what does the board game colon part mean? I assume this is tagged as being for a board game, and then they didn't remove the tag. Board game. Softly, softly. Alright, so the maneuver could be a grand coup. Unfortunately, if we do that one, we'll get some stress due to lack of patience. I can instead announce you're exposed, don't you know? Or deploy my strategy is sound. It's like when I say video game, that's true. Board game. I'm going to trust my strategery. The soft clicking of moves disturbs the calm. I considered a risky but rewarding move, decided against it. I'm winning by a margin. Alright, I wish to again make fun of her. What is your name? Who are you? Lutigard. Going against an emperor is pretty hard. Something card. Boom. Victory again. Luago, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. So many nice new followers today. Sunday night's a good night for you folks to meet me. Welcome, welcome. All right, another one down. Victory, victory, victory. I've proved my worthiness beyond any doubt. Currently not qualified for archery. We gotta fix that. My friends, though, an ad break is coming in 30 seconds time. And so I need to make a quick moment of break, 3 minutes or so. While the ads are playing, we'll be doing some crossword puzzles, and then coming back to the game. And don't worry, if you're here for the CK3, you haven't missed anything. We should finish one quite quickly and then start a new one also. Can I talk to you real quick? Something a second, got a second possibly? Something like that. Cool. At any point, the down here epic party is surely rager at any point that is ever. Cool. That's the truth. You should say amen, but I have no idea what it is. It collapses when stakes are raised. Oh, that's funny. It's a tent. Collapses when stakes are raised. Also, unconfident gamblers. Cedar Rapids College. My wife went to a college that has a rivalry with College. There are multiple, I think. And she remembers going to sporting events that were her college versus and singing out, "If you can't go to college, go to That's the truth. Noise? That seems very unlikely. Arugula alternative. Escar. So I know of Escargot. Huh. Completely fooled by. Taken in seemed right. Covert comes on stage. Asides is definitely correct. Huh. I may need to ask for help on this one, which it never happened in this puzzle. We'll come back to that in a second. So what's up here? Please don't bother me with that right now. I'm in no mood. So the capital of Togo is Lome or Lome. What's Miro here? Spanish painter Joan. Joan or Juan Miro. Sounds good. Over here we got PBS Science Show. It's Nova. Sounds good, sounds good. Hanoi Festival. That's Tet. Darn it, is rats then. If I ask for help, should you give hints of the answer? The answer is fine then, if I ask for it, but... Oh, no lie. Of course, it's no lie. Sorry for being a big dumb. A real alternative is Escarole. Huh. Yeah, I didn't see it as 2 words. I was stuck on, it looks like noise, kind of. Anyway, good, you good. My apologies for being, slow and dumb. We got a minute left on the ad here. We're gonna have one more ad break today, so I will go bring another one. I'll probably just get it set up for right now, but it's over here. Oh, there's no New Yorker, is there? Yeah, New Yorker, unfortunately, is only Monday through Friday, and I already did the Friday one. Okay. I do open a new window then. I'll set up the Washington Post for next ad break. Washington Post crossword. Good. And this one will not capture correctly, so it's going to look weird for a moment. Maybe I should start doing old New Yorkers. As I said previously, I really enjoy the New Yorker puzzle. And so old ones are still current, of course. It's a Sunday puzzle in the Washington Post. We'll never get this done before stream's over, but let's try. West African capital, there are a lot of them, has an influence on, impels, something like that. A page with many views. Probably, I was going to say Elliot Page, the actor. There's probably someone else named Page that I just don't know. What do circles mean? Some kind of trickery's afoot. Circles will usually spell out some word. That's the theme of the puzzle. And so there'll be like different names of states inside of longer answers. Veg out, probably idle, I'd guess. Grads to be, probably seniors, which is an incredibly ugly spelling. But grads is a shortened form of graduates, so that's probably right. Root beer treats. It's hard candies, I know, I'm not sure though. Apple's counterpart of 3 Down. 3 Down is Microsoft's counterpart of 19 Across. 19 Across is Apple's counterpart. Okay. There's the iPod. I have no idea what the Microsoft equivalent is, unfortunately. Sportsback, for example, that's a kind of car. I don't know what exactly. Morita of the Karate Kid. I knew this at some point. Not sure right now. I'm going to do these 7 downs, then we'll go back to the game. Permanently removes hair, perhaps. I bet idle's wrong, and it's instead about lasers. So veg out is probably laze, and then I suspect that permanent remove hair is lazes. Probably. Devour more than. Okay, can we something like out eats possibly? So instead of laze, it's loaf. Eventually we'll find the right word for this. So out eat. Good. Decks out. So decks out could be like knocking someone out entirely. It could also be festooning a place with lots of lovely items. I'm not sure though. A sportsback. I guess it's an Audi kind of car. Adorns then. Christmas purchase kids know about before Santa comes. A tree, a fir tree. Already claimed with 4 spoken for. Tire type. I think it's a radial tire. I have no idea what it is though. Like a good romance novel. Oh my, it's steamy. A. Very good. A fine start for now. Like I said, we won't finish that one today, but we'll give it another shot in about an hour or so. So let's return then to today's hello. There we go. Let's return then to today's CK3 playthrough. So you missed MS's version of the iPod. I'm sure I've heard the name. We'll get it eventually. I tend to figure stuff out sooner or later. We won. We actually won at Board Games 2. Now we're not qualifying for archery, despite having actually only 2 points in archery. When we started the archery event on creating the tournament, we did have 4 points in archery. So I don't know what changed there. And I don't believe your ruler is allowed to force themselves into a contest. I believe you're allowed to ask nicely, but you can't say, I will be part of this. We gotta be part of this. So, hopefully increase our victory chance at the tourney grounds. We have 2 visits. Let's see how it goes. I come into tourney grounds, see a group of contestants all training in increasingly impressive ways, making a show of force. Some specters have taken the tribunes and look down on me expectant. One of them is chewing on roasted meats. So I can show them how it's done. Guaranteed training success. Remember last time? We had a good time. Or what are you looking at? Obviously we'll do. I'll show you how it's done. Now we're guaranteed to qualify. Normally I would leave this page, see what else is happening in the world. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm just not going to unpause. Scads of money. And internal war here is just duchy on duchy action. France is still... France is about to lose now. Alright. So... yeah, it's taking war score against them, unfortunately. So, the King of France loses title. Do a whole bunch of ducal wars instead. And that's fine. That's fine. Let's do a little bit more building while we're waiting. Get 1 or 2 more going. Oh, just 1 for now. Fine. Back to it. And wait to see... does the number go up? Number go down? Where does the number go? To 0! To 0! Yeah, I wish we knew exactly why that was, but I don't know. We can go to tourney ground 7 days if we want to. The cooldown is then, I believe, 20 days. So I think we can go somewhere else and then to the tourney grounds. How we go to the church, deserted this close sunset. I hear a rustle among the leaves and see the silhouette of a small animal running among the tombstones. The carvings are almost gone in some of them, clearly visible in others. I take a step towards them because it's late, because it'll keep getting later, because it's never been this late in my life. Oh boy, thought about the sunset, reminded us of death. Death comes for us all. Can I find an ancestor? If I do so, we gain a bunch of renown. Or, and to dust at our turn, gain some piety. Unfortunate. Though we have triumph intent, not as if anything to do with the tournaments. Can we find anyone of our family? You'll recall that this tournament is in the capital. We better be able to. Nope, unfortunately not. We are no one. 15 days for one more try here. Do we get to qualify? Yet again, people are training. I show them how to train, and we are guaranteed to qualify again. 10 days, please stay up. Yeah, I wish there was any indication of how that rises and falls. I didn't qualify. What on earth are you talking about? What on earth are you talking about, video game? Now, I understand. Things happen very fast in computer games. Occasionally, even the best-eyed player does not see. However, in the last possible moment that I could see that qualification bar, it definitely said, you are guaranteed to qualify. And now, we have not qualified. Oh, man. This is the worst way to not get an achievement. Well, alright, we no longer care about Triumph. Let's hopefully find a knight in our last few moments here. I gotta say a little bit lame. I gotta say a little bit lame. So only 3 people qualify for the archery event? Huh. I'm used to... I thought it was more than that, but... Yeah, 3 people and not me. Alright. Who might win? I don't care. I don't care who's gonna win. I'm not going to read any events. I'm sulking right now. France did explode, as kind of expected. Jan, one of my vassals, stumbles about. I buy him a drink. We have some friendship, lower some stress, all fine. Hello, exploded France. Will any of you peacefully vassalize to me? Total plus 28. Oh, this is with low taxes. Yeah. Yeah, so all of the counties here report to this duchy, which does not exist. If I can get one more in, then I can invite the other ones via ducal authority. My archery score is back to 4. You're absolutely right. My archery score was 2, now it's 4 again. So it's probably something to do with people... sabotaging me. I just don't understand how it works, especially in that last moment. It's very confusing. Tournaments thing in DLC shouldn't be this broken. I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. And it's partially that it just isn't clear what's happening. I think one thing I love about Paradox games is while there is some randomness, I can almost always understand why what has happened. And so I don't mind losing if I say, oh, I had a bad roll, or oh, I made a strategic mistake, etc. But the favorite contestant here has 1 in archery, and we have 4 in archery, and we repeatedly succeeded in the improve your score one. And so there's something that's not happening. And I'm fine saying, okay, bad roll, but it's hard to imagine some random person can sabotage the Emperor's things at his house. But stranger things happened. Anyway, have fun winning, etc., etc. Trumpet sound. Yeah. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. How about you? Yep. Everyone's coming to dinner now. Gobbling our way through France. Yum. He's at 0. Hi, boss. Want some money? Awesome. I'll have to gradually improve these taxes, but that's fine. I'm cool to offer them a sweet deal if they want to join me without going to war. I expect the dukes won't, but... Actually, before too terribly long here, we can declare ourselves King of France. Alright, this fellow has said no because he's remote from me. He'll be positive he's not remote. We're remote only because the other ones haven't accepted yet. So they'll accept in just a moment. You're +5, so accept at low feudal. Fine. Yum. Alright, grand tournament. Concluse. The sun comes down. The Count Sesame are the best aim in archery. I won the recital and the board games too. Nobody joined the knighthood. What a nice time we had. We got 2 purple items because of that. I believe they're both courtroom items. I suspect we're not going to use them. We'll probably give them to a king or duke or something to make them like us a little bit more. But show me what we got. Huh. Okay. So acquisition date, I'd say I would put at the top there. Maybe it's backwards though. Huh. Alright. 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 Kind of strange orders there. The prize scepter. Some prestige, some domain limit increase, some knights, some court grandeur. Yeah, really nice. Then the prize brooch. Higher knight effectiveness. Also more taxes from vassals. That's all very cool. Yeah, all very cool stuff. The domain limit's probably the most exciting one. That's I don't actually know if I get domain limit off at any of these. No, I don't, unfortunately. Most of them give renown, though, and neither of these give renown. And right now, probably renown's more important than my own personal king stuff. All right, we now touch you, Anjou. Welcome. Your pears are delicious. Hello, child. Hello, child. Yum, yum. Did I already ask you to join me? I did. How about you? Just a little slow in replying. All right, next door. Great. How about those duchies? The duchies say yes if I bring them on low feudal. I don't know how much more I need before we're King of France. Let's see real quick. So, cool. So now it's possible that they're going to vassalize without me. Without me having to lower taxes. And then above King of France, of course, is Emperor of France. And let's see how much more we need for that. Yeah, another 30 or so. By choice or by force? Let's see how this goes. Hello, Toulouse. Toulouse will not because of remote. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say you're a liar, but this white part is me, and this is you. I appear to be touching you. Patois in the south will join straight away. Good, good. The tournament is done. We're a pretty fancy person. We could go do a big tour. We probably will at some point. Excommunication. The Duke of Wojtek has been excommunicated. I wonder what he did. What shameful kind of creature are you, my friend? Also, a faction's coming for us. It's probably a French faction. Yes, peasant rabble in the capital of France. They probably have very low control or just unhappy with me. Yeah, negative 25 popular opinion. Apparently we stole food from these people. I don't recall doing that at all, but maybe it's the prior king did so and it sticks along with us. That's fine. Control's full though, so if they want to fight, they get a fight. No great concerns there. All right, Patois. Already asked you to join. Hello, Aquitaine. Oh, still no. If you like me a little bit more, you will. Do I have any garbage items I do not really care about? Here, a lucky rabbit's paw. You like that? I like that too. Still negative 5. Still negative 5 there. Not rightful liege. It's part of the kingdom in the south here. So we can send some money a little bit. Have to wait a month or so. Anybody else ready to vassalize? Heck yes. Toulouse is coming in now. Brittany will vassalize also. Oh, because Brittany's only a duchy. They haven't declared themselves king yet. And Gascon. Hello, Gascon. And with that, we can then become king of the south. And then Aquitaine should join us straight away. Oh, people are dying in the prison. Sorry. Hello, my friend. Oh, actually a really good character. You have a tremendous number of stats and such. I don't think we'll use you for anything. So, just go forth and tell everybody how great the king is. Thanks. She doesn't want to vassalize because pledging allegiance to me would be too much for her to lose. Good. I will save that joke and use it in the future, and everyone will be so impressed by me. Hey! Crossway gained some points in doctoring. We see it so infrequently. I don't know who's sick, but good job to you. So, is it cheaper to send Aquitaine money or to become King of France? Or Aquitaine, King of Aquitaine. King of Aquitaine is better. It's a permanent increase to us, as opposed to a slight occasional bonus to our friends down there. Alright. I am your king. That's why you will vassalize. We filed the paperwork. She's joining in. And then we can now get scientific, so our fascinations go faster, I do believe. Good, good. At this point, friends, I'd usually stream for an hour and a half more, but I'm keeping in mind I need to end stream early today, because I've got to make sure I get my classroom early and everything's functioning and so on. So it'll be a slightly shorter stream today than usual, probably about a half hour more, maybe a little bit longer, but those of you who are waiting for hours and hours more, probably not today. How many king tiles can you hold? I believe an infinite number. I'm sorry, a very high finite number. There are only so many king titles. I don't believe vassals care about too many kingdoms. They only care about too many duchies. And the reason for this is that there are ducal buildings that will allow you to like get a bonus on duchies and on your whole renown and so on. But there are no king level buildings. Now I think they will say, "I wish I were the king." Yeah, I think they might ask that at some point, but there's not like a flat penalty for it. Happy back to class day. Game Merchant, thank you. And thank you, Silly, for the kind words also. I'm really excited to be teaching again, for sure, for sure. All right, that was not quite the plan, but there you go. The Empire holds a lot. How's the Pope looking? Hello, Pope Guy. Pope Eugenius still likes me fine, but I went to war against him not too terribly long ago. And the 4 more years until we incorporate the papacy. Cool. What's happening in England there? So England's losing its wars terribly. The war outcomes are lowered authority and change the king. So soon afterwards we'll hopefully go for this, as is rightfully part of France all the way. Go to a hunt. I mean, I'm so dispirited over the... I'm so darn dispirited over the tournament. Someone trying to kill APEC again. You recall last time it was our son? So our wife hates this guy and our son hates this guy. Why? What did he ever do? He's just some guy. Alright, well, good luck finding out who it could possibly be. Secrets. The Grandmere Damsha has been engaged in the sodomy with Velf. God's unhappy all the way through. Aragon, how you doing, friend? I wasn't planning to gobble you up, but yeah, no chances at all, because he's a king, wants no part in this. Is this finally the playthrough where we get involved in Spain and clear it all out? Last time we tried as a Viking to get involved in Spain, but they resolved it just before we got involved. Hello to you, gaming dad of 2 girls. Can I show you my dynasty unlocks? So in this playthrough, they've not been thoughtful at all. I'm happy to show you what we got, but they were unlocked because they're new, as opposed to what is strategically beneficial. So I just went straight down the activities tree, which is the one added in the DLC. These all give you cheaper big events, cheaper interactions with the world outside of your territory. Your very first grand activity is completely free. It's awesome. And this one, you get positive modifiers for having done tours. I really should do more with this one, but I kind of haven't so far. And then, because I was just locked into this all the way through, I decided to just go law next, imagining that the Empire could be a fun place to rule justly. Ordinarily, I'd go down the blood tree and lock in positive congenital traits and so on, or make my family love us, but while doing an Emperor playthrough, it doesn't exactly matter. We rule by fear. Fear, I say. How's my character's greatness relative to Alexander the Great? I mean, the sun does still sets on my empire, unfortunately. We're working on it. Yeah, so I guess the big goals now, other than winning a tournament, our big goals now are to unite the Slavs, number 1. And so for that, I've got to gobble up. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no, it's the area of Slavia, sorry. Not able to see. Oh, there it is. So I need to get all of Hungary inside of us, and then quite a bit to out this way also. Quite a bit more. So we got to expand a lot of east for that. And then I think we're going to end by bringing back the Roman Empire. So we got some Greek territory we need into the Byzantines eventually. A part of that, though, apparently is Slav territory also. So they do kind of work together. We'll also need to go up this way, of course. And we got some work to do, and that should be a fun way to spend this week, most likely. Hey, our boy gained a point in stewardship because of the pedagogy trait we have. Neat. Neat. Invitation to a grand wedding of some minor count 3 months away. No. I'm going to throw the grand tour. So has my ruler done any kind of grand tour? Yes. So this magnificent liege is we went on a big tour, and I think we have a special bonus for that. Maybe this is all it is, but there's some special bonus we get as long as we go on a tour every 20 years. But I can't see all my modifiers, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and do a taxation tour. Never tried it before. Let's see what happens. Also, there's a cultural pilgrimage that could be really fun to do. We could try to go all the way over to India, perhaps, and have the ruler be set upon by bandits. Taxation, here we go. So probably we should go tax the big vassals. I actually don't know exactly how the taxation tour works. I think usually they affect primarily the person you're visiting. Some events allow avaricious actions. Taking these earns gold when departing from a stop in the end of the Grand Tour also. The Grand Tour is an opportunity to remind me remind the vassals I'm owed taxes and obligations, and root out any and all tax avoidance. That's right, we're giving money to the IRS. According to the governmental budget office, every $1 given to the IRS gets $7 back. I am the IRS and the state, etc. Krakow has the King of Poland in it. Sure. We'll start there. We'll then head to the north. I don't think there's a king. Oh, there's a king. The King of Galicia Volhynia. Sure. We need to hurry over towards the Western Kings, though, as they're the ones with the big money. Who are the bigger ones out this way? I could pull up the big vassal page, but Angria has been big at times, and so we'll visit you also. And we'll stop and visit the Netherlands, I think. Frankfurt, though, is always huge. So you instead. And then I personally hold France right now. How about we go visit the new French vassals? Sure. Through Poitou and Bordeaux and Toulouse. And then we'll do the southern route as well. Hitting Genoa as always. I can do two. Oh, it's 1,300 money. 1,300 money for all this. I'm going to have to save up some more. It's too expensive now to get around, so. All right. We embraced martial admiration tradition. It took, 15 years, maybe even longer. But Czech people now feel positive about martiality. So I'm really excited to see how these champion trait works. Because I've never seen them before. So what are these? Okay. I've seen these in previous versions of CK. And I actually don't know how you get them. I'm guessing they can only be gotten on non-ruler characters. But I don't know for sure. Spotting Blade Master is beneficial. And no one likes Craven people, that's fine. Knights are slightly more prone to injury. And we can go do single combat if we want. Cool. Now, because we finished that one, we can then add in another one. So with our giant pile of prestige, let's add more Czech Reformation. Oh, you need the Knighthood Fascination for them? Cool. We'll go for those soon. What do I care about right now? What could be a fun thing to do next? Hereditary hierarchy. Rulers with bad education are distrusted. We like loyal traits. Tyranny goes away, blah, 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 whatever. Tax increased by 10%. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Anyone have any favorite ones? I'm happy to scroll through and see what jumps out at me, but I don't have any like especially strong favorites. Could become Vikings. I don't plan to be Vikings. I want to do things that are appropriate. Let's see here. Permanent trading jerseys such as scarred, maimed, or one-legged give bonuses. Guardians can transfer commander traits down. Interesting. Unfortunately, my ruler's not really commandering at all. Strength in numbers. Fewer knights. Archers are cheaper, though. The culture forsakes having elite troops instead of massed armies. You like garden architects. Garden architects. Is that the one where you could build a garden? Where is that one? Huh. Maybe it's Realm and I missed it? There it is. Rulers can make the Royal Garden Duchy building. You can get a Royal Gardener and recruit Gardener traits. That sounds fun. War by Merit lets women be knights. Always fun. Always fun. What's the regional one? Oh, the Coney raids. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Useful for people who are not Grand Emperors. Let's do gardens. I think gardens sounds fun. Sacred hunts. More piety for hunting. Nah. The Emperor wants to see greenery. Bring me a shrub. Nope, we can't start a new one until 1233. So I thought the cooldown on this was, when this one fully incorporated, then you could do the next one. But no, we gotta wait until 1233. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Alright, what's my Spymaster doing? He's just hanging out. So we could work on getting secrets on the recently incorporated Dukes and Duchesses over here to raise their taxes back up to normal. Because I did bring some of them in at low, which is probably unnecessary. They're actually all at normal right now. Whatever. Largest vassals, show me your contracts, please. King of Poland. Your contract is normal, it's fine. I think you actually when you mouse over, can't you? Nope. King of Sicily, you've been with us a long time. Normal. Cool. Tuscany. Ha! Exempt? How on earth did that happen? So unfortunately we can only go to low, and we do have a hook on him already to put that one through. I hope you die so I can give your children more taxes. Waldo the Greedy? Yeah. I'm confused by some of these contracts. I feel like I would have caught these myself, but for whatever reason they are a little bit wonky. Anyway, Waldo, I know nothing of you, so it's time for us to learn what shamefulness you've done so I can improve my taxes. My grandson Spasha, who I do want to have rule, has been having a difficult time at latest feast. He's sneaking about, trying to be impatient. Impatience lowers learning, makes you prestigious. You don't like your ruler, we have none. Our schemes go well, we move fast on the road, everyone kind of dislikes us. Or it is duty to be seen, become shy instead, or eat food. Not the best of choices here. Not the best of choices at all. Gluttony's a sin, of course. Shy is really, really annoying on a ruler with lots and lots of vassals and such. So I guess impatience is the best here. I'll never get impatient and fickle both. That'll be glorious. Yeah, impatience it is. We'll see how this goes. We're going to claim on the county of Bordeaux. We actually no longer need that. But there appears to be some Nestorian heathens hanging out in my territory. Unacceptable. We're saving for our big tour still. I could cancel these constructions, but no. Agnes wants to hunt 40 days away. Sure. It's nearby. It's a quick one. A sneaky snake. The Knight Hermann climbed into the room of Yana. Okay, I have a daughter named Yana. It's not that. Oh! I have a daughter-in-law named Yana. Why are all of the wives of my rulers involving themselves in romance? I like this one, though. He's climbing into her window while she is reclusive. The story of Rapunzel is being told in our time instead. Alright, so Yana, can I trust that the children are your... the children are our sons? I don't know. I don't know. Off to the hunt, fine. Oh, again, while hunting, we actually can't do any wars. I always mean to start a war first. The Count of Pomerelia has died. So we need a new spy master. This is the guy against whom I'm trying to spy, so definitely no. Instead, we'll have the Doge of Pisa help out. Any peaceful vassalization possible right now? We have a hook on the King of Poland. I already checked your taxes and such. Is there anything else I want to hook you into or out of? Not really. Well, I guess we can work on finding people to push claims for. We have a claim against all of Hungary because... Yeah, because our wife has a claim on Hungary. Now, I don't want to push this until... I don't want to push this until fairly late. Because I want to make sure we have our queen as our fair friend. So, Lithuania, I'm actually amazed you're not vassalizing still. So after the war is over, you will be vassalizing for sure. Ruthenia, I believe I have no actual CBs on. And they're a version of Christian. So let's see if we can find ourselves a claimant who will help us with Ruthenia. Hello, random wandering prince. He's a zealot, so he will not become a true Christian. He'll work fine, but I need to just think for a moment about can we find someone better to help us flip us one. We can't push for women at this point. Not a zealot. 42 years old. A proud veteran of war. Won't come to the court, though, because he's a knight. Okay. Down again. Hello to Grigory. Not overly stuck in his religion. A fairly average man, trusting. Don't you worry, we're inviting you over for dinner. Nothing but dinner. Konbula, the zealot of the Khanates. Farther and farther to the east we go. Doing the Spanish want to vassalize? Oh, Phil, good point. We could have Valencia. Now, I think Valencia is going to count as too far away, and so they'll refuse to vassalize in principle. We'll look in a moment. We've arrived for a hunt. We have no stress, so soon. Or we can try to make friends with a compassionate king next door. Yeah, so all these people are already part of the empire. Instead, I will. I thought I was going to do Triumph, but we're hawk hunting, so let's just have a good time. That's fine. Valencia here is our family. So because she's a queen, she doesn't want to, and then because she's far away, she doesn't want to. So no, unfortunately, I will not be able to do that except by war. Queens don't like vassalizing ever. Welcome, Gregory. Would you convert? Of course you would. Of course you would. What a good guy. And then you have no children. Have I got news for you, my friend? Have I got news for you? Who's this Joan? A 31-year-old Amazonian. Oh, wait. These are all in our court. Why do I have so many Amazonians here? It's possible I invited someone at some point in the past, but craziness. No. This is the whole world. This person's in my court, so I can invite anyone in the world. Right, we're fine. Sorry for my confusion. I want people of our dynasty to marry matrilineally. 19-year-old lady seems just fine. Yeah, this is not anything but let's produce some children. So please produce some children. Thanks. Oh, shoot. Because I'm marrying him off matrilineally, he may leave my court. Whoops. Whoops. Alright, hello, Ruthania. Where's that fine guy I invited before? And then may have sent away without thinking about it. Hello. Would you like to join my court? Cool, thanks. Appreciate it. So let's use our house head hook to bring her home. And that's a case where it's useful to maintain house head hooks for situations like that one. I plan to run my way through all these folks fairly soon. We can't be rightful liege here because that basically is the entire kingdom. Need England to end their war soon. They've been in 1998 for quite a long time, so they are just barely hanging on. They're taking in the right direction, which say the end of the war, so that will resolve pretty soon. Hello, Denmark. You're a child. Popes don't like children ruling. He is not terribly large, so maybe I can force vassalize. So the Doge is still looking for secrets. We did not find one of the person we need. Hopefully next time we do find one. 41% chance of finding some storks. A glorious activity for glorious me. My vassal Vesivalod, who is actually not our religion, please change it at once. Thanks. Is looking at flowers. I will definitely ask my physician to get some flowers. Good. Is there any possibility? I did check. It's just the issue of kings do not like vassalizing. They want to stay independent as best they can. So I'm a king. No. Yeah. Gotta be by war. Yum yum yum. My hawk is agitated. Wants to go look at things. Go look at things. He brought me a kill. Good. Oh, adorable little Navara here. Adorable Navara has only 2 counties. Hello. He won't vassalize because I am a king. I will definitely be forced vassalizing him when it comes back. He's the crownless because he has less territory than his family does. 404 Furby, or sorry, Furfy rather. I apologize for connecting you with a 1990s fan, I believe. Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it, Furfy. Okay, Agnes has believably found this storks. 42% chance. It's time. Let's do. Gosh, I have a lot of money. I'm not going to spend it because I do want to tour as soon as we get back, and then we'll spend on building again. I watch excitedly as the hawk climbs, swooping again and again for some storks. The storks escape. Ooh, baby, baby. Hunt is done. Got a little bit of experience points. We had a nice time anyway. Let's go home and tell our family that we succeeded gloriously. If I don't go for the tournament, then the tour rather, we can throw another tournament and maybe get the achievement for winning them all. At least we gain a bunch more points in Hostilutering. And then again, there's an achievement for finishing all of them. I'm not done yet. Alright, we're not going to tour. Instead, we're just going to have another tournament when we can. What's the cooldown on that? 10 years time. Wrong one. Tournament is 10 years time also. Can't do it for 8 more years. Will this ruler live for 8 years? I got some doubts. Unfortunately. Alright. When am I allowed to move over to medicine focus? 1 year's time. Cool. In 1 year, we'll move on that. Just hopefully stay alive as long as possible. Let's go ahead and do our big tour to raise some taxes. As before, we're going to visit large vassals. Anybody who's a king or queen gets a visit. And anybody else who has a serious ducal title gets visited. And I do want to stop and see the new French folks. Okay. That and that and that. And then we want to definitely hit... Yeah, we need to develop some kingdoms down here at some point soon. Oh, the normal duke here is not around. Yeah, the normal duke's not around. Oh, war first. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, definitely want to go for war first. Welcome back, Inc. Do I want to swallow the French now? Who are the French? French. Never heard of them, honestly. It's always been the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. Navarro has alliance with Aragon and with Galicia. So they're independent thanks to other people holding them up. How much territory do I need to insert myself into the Iberian crisis? Have an imperial title, we have that. Have one full de jure kingdom. The title has to border the empire, not Hispania. Hold 15 years. Okay, if we're interested in getting ourselves a kingdom title, Aragon is probably better to grab. Because that way we'll not just have 2 tiny counties inside of it. So, hello, friend. How much can I take from you all at once? I can't force vassalize. He's a little bit too large. In which case, we're going to have to fight our way through it nice and slow. Oops, wrong one. So, there's no way we can get a claim on it from the Pope, because the Pope will not give kingdom claims to empires. We're not in the line at all anywhere. One interesting question. Hello, Valencia. You're losing the barren reclamation of a county. How far down the line am I? So I'm 4th in line on this. It's seniority based. That would give us a kingdom of Iberia, and that'd be cool. But we need to make sure that they hold on to it. So, may I offer you an alliance this trying time? We're family, but we're not yet allies, and you can't offer an ally during war, as you know. So I believe she's losing a county, and that's okay. We'll help her out later. Okay. So, the biggest of the kingdoms here is not going to help the little buddies here. 9,000, 2,000, 3,000 will be fine. It feels very, very silly fighting for a 2-county war. That's okay. Let's also give ourselves a claim on... After the county is developed, we'll then get a claim on part of Aragon, I assume. Alright, we march our way over hill over dale. And I will just raise absolute everybody, and that'll be fine. Okay, well that's going. We could begin our tour, but I recognize that I should have launched a war there also. So I didn't mean to raise them yet. We're going to do a multi-front war. Can I put everyone away at once? Yeah. It'll take months for them to get back, but we'll be okay. Up here in Lithuania, I'm interested in also incorporating you. So, we can force vassalize here. Now, he's also at war already with a tyranny war. That'll start a succession. So we need to take this battle first. This guy is our friend, actually. Or he was at one point. So I do feel a little bad that we've not maintained that friendship, we'll call it. This is the more urgent war. So I'm actually going to raise everyone here. Or we could do half and half. Let's do half and half. That's probably better. So they stay in the south there. Green is for the north. And then raise everyone wherever they want to go. And hopefully they half and half more or less correctly. That said, insofar as all my men-at-arms are up here, I wonder if all the men-at-arms will go this way. Probably so. Alright, the Duchess of Aldra has taken part in Lithuania. She's really nobody. The big concerns are down here. So we may need to hold off an engagement until we have men-at-arms. Which again are all this way. More than enough troops, so let's get marching. And then we'll re-raise this flag. Now bring everyone else from up north. Okay, with the 2 wars started, we'll go ahead and set up our tour now. And tour inside the Empire, see this and that while the generals run the war for us. I'm in an army. Oh, so because we spawned literally every possible troop simultaneously, one of these tiny stacks has us inside of it. Oh no, Duke Herman died. The stress goes up already. We throw a feast to stop the stress. So you do have all the mangonels here. We split in half. Send a second group over. Ideally, they should both have siege weapons, but again, the siege commanders are probably in one of these stacks down here. A bastard, but not our son. We're fine. Everyone's raised good. We'll link them up here. Because this is primarily, possibly even entirely levies, we are not especially interested in actually fighting right now. They'll just stand there for the time being. Well, 20,000 troops there versus the whole army of Spain. Only 7,000. Never mind. In we go. My Chancellor died. Again, we're popular enough for Best Chancellor, whoever that happened to be. Good. And you're working on... They're working on domestic affairs, which does lead to all the vassals liking us more by almost plus 20. We could try to integrate a title. It'll only take 43 years. So it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. We're okay. We'll stay on internal politics. So now the ruler is no longer leading a group. We'll go into our big tour. Again, taxation. Yeah. So that's a king. Poland's king is not at home, so we're not allowed to select him. This may I really hope changes in future patches. They don't have to go visit courts and wait for rulers to come home instead of only be able to write ahead and say, "Are you at home? Do you mind if I drop in? I'm your ruler. Of course I drop in." And actually, during a war, I wonder if the commanders and knights aren't home. And so does that mean that the commanders and knights, who are the rulers, can't be visited? Visiting primarily dukes this time. I haven't seen a single king yet, unfortunately. I hit the doges. We can do 3 more people if we want to. But kind of disappointing. Aren't too many to hit. All right. So, what do I want to do? We can tour places. We can have some dinner. We're gonna have a cultural festival. Let's do a cultural festival out east to encourage them to like me more. Up in Netherlands, let's learn about the culture of the Dutch. Show me how you dance. Anyone with lower opinion will go for a nice feast and talk over how important it is they're part of our team. You'd be happy that I'm visiting during this time, but I expect you to show proper field that X will happen. Yeah, like send a note ahead, or a note ahead that says, like, obviously, you got your life. You can't always be there, but you better darn well be there. All right. Things to do. Spending half the money on it. A little bit of danger on the way due to a forest and lowered control. Some people are not doing a great job of keeping an eye on their territories. So we'll go ahead and set up a mercenary guard and a forest guard also. Oh, we can do superior mounts now. So because we have courier stations or camels somewhere, we're able to go a little faster. Awesome. Yeah, lots of other things you eventually do. Superior armaments and make haste and be circumspect. Go a little slower hiding along. Nah, we're fine. Forest guard's good. Why do I head out this day? Help with control. Usually I go with altruism because I want the Pope to like me. Let's just do recreation. Have a good time for right now. And then we bring literally everyone. And as big as we possibly can be. This thing is going to reach maximum success almost immediately. we finish a tour for traveling? I believe we have done so, yeah. Yeah, all the way done. That's why I said I should do the grand tournament to hopefully finish Hostilooter, but it's our first time ever doing a taxation tour. I can't wait to learn what they'll do for me. Lucrative start. Our first stop is King Vesivlod, up in the northeast. The Holy Roman Empire subjects could not have hidden surplus from the crown. Good old the. On the way we go. Need more to siege. That looks good. Really? Really? So, while at war, this guy dies mysteriously. I think he's alive and hiding from me. Go through every castle in his realm. So that war is resolved without anything interesting happening. In which case, it is time for us to march all the way across the Empire. And apparently they prefer to use boats. That's fine, dandy. The Den of Sin. I'm stirred away from my merriment from a midnight slumber, hearing the sounds of merriment approaching from behind. Here's Talvi, her breath rank with the stench of mead. By God, there's a wonderful den of sin just a few minutes away, my Emperor. We must stay here a while and make ourselves stupid with merriment. Yep, sound pretty chaste. Sound pretty chaste indeed. As I could say, I love revelry and merriment, become a big drunk, or instead, keep on keeping on. I'm guessing we got that because I chose recreation as our goal. Let's change that one over to justice instead. Go do some executions and such. How long on watermills? 3 years to go. Nice. The truth of it. We approach a hamlet where a forlorn woman stands forward. My wife is innocent. The fiends put their sins at others' feet. No, Barbara. Are you aware that the word Barbara shares a common etymology with the word barbarian? Why are they called barbarians? Because the Greeks thought they sounded like bar when they spoke. I swear that's the story. Official bows sheepishly. Sorry, my lord, ignore him, the woman's guilty. Alright, so I could use my executioner and everyone gets very impressed. Or I ask the charges, we might become aware of the truth, or we give some pardons. Nah. We use the executioner, that's what it means to put out justice. On the stop, we visit Quindus. This is a place where the mayor has very little, but he welcomed us in. We say thank you. Thank you for the visit. Appreciate it. As with every possible visit with a poor mayor, he comes and takes my money. I say, what? I don't notice that he stole my money. Outrageous. We then arrive at a village in Morin, an unfortunate creature surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look in his eyes fades, and he brightens. He knows I approach. My Emperor, these villagers say my actions have made a sinner of me. But it's all lies. Won't you give me the Emperor's justice? True, the evidence seems circumstantial, but a lowly peasant should never speak to the Emperor unprompted. He says he's a sinner, not a sinner, while, having a sinful trait. I could say execution is just, or it's frivolous, let him go. Either way, our control goes up by 10 there. I'm a little surprised by that. So the only difference between these two choices is, does this man die? Fine. Fine. Congratulations on your freedom, etc., etc. Now, seeing that he was a Orthodox person reminded me I've not yet looked to see are the direct vassals all non-Catholic, I suppose. So anyone who is not Catholic. Oh, there's quite a few of them. Gotta get some culture changes. Gotta get religion changes. My friends, we have an ad break in 1 minute's time, so we'll take a quick break here. About 3 minutes of ads are gonna run. I'll do a crossword while you're gone. And got about 15 minutes left to stream. And then I gotta go definitely early today. But while You're doing the ads, I'll do the crossword. We're not going to finish it, but we'll see what kind of progress we can make between now and then. Okay, what's this? Game option featuring cutscenes. I assume it's story mode. Jazz legend James is Etta James. Kelly Clarkson's Since You Blank Gone. Since You've Been Gone. Bow, bow. Pilot, steer, like piloting a boat. Cell phone giant, Nokia. I think it's from Scandinavia. Is it Finland? I think it's Finland, maybe. Uncertain on that. Lip blank is lip sync, like Milli Vanilli back in the day. African country nearest to Spain. Morocco, rather. Morocco. Good. What's this long one? Flavor with Oreos. Not sure. Aw, heck, darn, gosh, etc. IKEA is called Tektronic in Europe? I had no idea. Very cool. Pony car since 1964. Like the Dodge Mustang. I have no idea. Pony car. Green sold in rainbow bunches. So green is probably a vegetable of some kind. Rainbow, so a kind of vegetable that's sold in multiple colors. Beets. I have no idea. Language class subject. French. English. Etc. Grabs a chair. Oh, he sits. Pre-check organization. That's the Transit Security Administration. Or Transportation. Government ID Administration. This Social Security Administration. Cornice, for example. Oh, I think cornice is a kind of helm. That might be wrong, though. We'll see in a moment. Word with care or aware. Don't care. Care or aware. D&D monster with a beak attack is a rock, I believe. Some alfresco dates. Could be like dinners, lunches. I don't know. Association for former classmates. Probably alumni something. Alumni club, maybe. Genre satirized in Only Murders in the Building. So I haven't seen it. I know it's Steve Martin and that other guy. I assume it's murder mysteries or mysteries of some kind. I really don't know, though. Get older, surely age. Baggy, probably loose. Take turns. You go. No, you go. Blank science. Guys. Bros. Dudes. Jamaican Tangelo or Tangelo brand name. I know nothing about Tangelos in Jamaica. There's an ugly fruit. I thought it was actually a kind of fruit. Maybe it's what they call Tangelos in Jamaica. We'll see. Have in mind. Have in mind. Oh, interesting. The circles in the alumni club are an anagram of cumin. There's probably about spices. Maybe. Have in mind. No. I have no idea. Guys, lads, probably. Mini Monets or oil paintings, good. Setting. Locale, I assume. Annual Queen's sporting event. There's that like regatta thing. But Queen's is baseball, and it's in New York. The U.S. Open, probably. Tennis. Watch out! Not sure. Ranch grazer, a cow. Beware, beware. Dad is good old Papa. Have in mind. Mean? Yeah, I guess you say one thing and mean something else. You have in mind your intention. Good, 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 good. Okay. There's a D here I'm curious about. Flaw. Probably a defect. Uh-oh. Deficiency, maybe? We'll see, we'll see. Mini a campaign ad. Campaign ads. They ask you to vote. They're done via flyers. Not spoilers. Blank or didn't happen. Pix or didn't happen. Oh, mailer. Campaign IDs come via the mail. Some second generation Americans. No idea. Egyptian Viper. The Asp. And last one for now. A rom-com mainstay. This one's a love scene. And is that... Yes, cloves. The word cloves is hit inside that one. So... What is the big clue? Mixes such as garam masala and ras al hanout, and what are found in this puzzle circles? It is spice mixes. Oh no, it's not. It's something like spice mixes. I'm not quite sure what it is though. Oh well. Anyway, that's enough crossword for today. Very good, very good. Thank you for letting me stretch my word nerd habits. I've heard that crosswords are good for oneself as you get older. Oh, Grand Festival's happening. Welcome to a cultural festival with this fine king fellow. Nice to meet you. Show me about your Prussian people, please. I want to see some marching. You're surprised I haven't gotten Back to the Future vehicle? Oh, DeLorean? I didn't see that clue yet. There are often a lot of clues I just don't notice while I'm running around. But yeah, DeLorean I know. What else? I was working on changing vassals back to the right and true ways. I so wish that when you invite someone to change religions, it wouldn't change this page. Like, just leave the page popped up. We're fine. We're fine. There are too many of them, so I'm just going to go to direct vassals instead, and then let the direct vassals fix the rest. Also, how do I have a Mongol person in my territory? Where are you from? Where on earth are you? Wait, why is there a Mongol person hanging out around about Italy? What's happening here? Where are you from? I mean, stranger things happen, but I don't... Okay, so Duchy Aloysia was a Nestorian Cisalpine person. Presumably, she ran the Duchy of Piedmont. And she must have married herself patrilineally to this guy. And so their children are of, like, unexpectedly interesting cultures and religions. The man's name is Alan Gua. Alan Gua, the Mongol. Anyway, everyone converted. That's pretty cool. All right, friends. You get to choose this one. My favorite choice. We find a miracle worker. A miracle worker is the wrong religion. And she wants to know, do you want to take the green potion, the red potion, or no potion? Please type in chat green, red, no. Whichever one I see the most of, I will do. So far, we've only succeeded. There's never been a failure from this. And I don't know how bad the failure can be. I don't know if we'll end up dying eventually. Oh man, it's 100% green so far. 100% green. I will stop the voting now. Green wins all the way. Which is to say, you all are collectively to blame if this goes bad. Green medicine is... Miraculous Tonic. Unfortunately, 15% in stress gain. Shame. 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 Not as bad as it could be. Not as bad as it could have been. There you go, team. But then, we meet the king. He wants to give me some mail. Thank you. Thank you for the fancy gift. In exchange, what do I want to give him? A book about warfare or, you know, my armor. Let's don't be silly. I'll get him this book, no worries. Yeah, luckily the king's stress is at 0. There could be other playthroughs where having incredibly high stress is incredibly bad, but luckily this is not one of them. 3 years to go before we put windmills absolutely everywhere. Until then, though, we just keep improving other stuff. All right. The sound of flutes and drums is quickly accompanied by a group of dancing guests, all following the music with joyful movements and laughter too. A couple sneaks away to an alleyway, kids jump in a circle, lonely old men, lonely, 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 move their lonely hips. I turn to my spouse and admire her gentle smile clapping at the rhythm of the music. May I, my wife? Or go dance with the queen's spouse, or Ugg dancing. Let's dance with our wife, of course. That's very sweet. We're still youngsters at heart. But then, I follow the king around as he showed me the festival. I raise my eyebrows and find a marvelous fountain, all in white stone, with a silver pipe and copiously running with clear wine? Copiously, not copiously. Some people gather around it, laughing and throwing coins in the well. So we all drink together. If we do that, everyone likes a little bit more on this part, or it's a waste not to make a wish. We make up for the awful penalty of the green potion and get faster stress loss. Heck yes. I'm surprised that on this taxation tour, we're not saying you have a fancy silver fountain, give it to me. Oh, we're at war. Oh, we're at war. Oh, we're at war. The boats are coming down very slowly. They'll be here real soon. Oh, goodness. Kind of forgot that part. This does happen, doesn't it? This group is disembarking. And so even though they have like really fine and attractive troops, we will win this. 95% sure. Cool. Also, more learning. I really want to increase our development. Like, it's the good long-term choice. Keeping the king alive is exciting also, but no, we're going to do more development, more good, just help as long as possible. Alright, apparently a faction's causing some problems. It is just the peasants of France, and they just don't like us very much, and, you know, I look forward to putting them down by the blade very soon. But suddenly, I find myself separated from my entourage by a large crowd pressing forward to observe the ongoing festivities, and before I can react, I end up stuck between two people in a heated conversation. I don't understand a thing they're saying, and Goranov starts speaking directly to me. I try to blend in, but Beton is giving me a side-eye. I should probably say something. Their language seems fascinating. Maybe I'll be able to pick it up from here. Alright. I could be able to learn this language by inviting Beton to join us. I can nod and smile. Nobody knows I understand nothing, or it's too confusing. Let's go and learn this language. More language is more good. So, Beton, please teach me Baltic. No, I brought you on board to teach me Breton. I think you can only learn her primary language, unfortunately, from her. She doesn't even speak the language I thought she did. Well, Baltic it is instead of Breton. I thought they were speaking to each other, but seemingly no. Weird. As we leave, we can demand something more from them. We can demand some cash money and become more avaricious. Sure. Greed is good. He accepted. Alright. The stage in Warmia has been set with hay, flowers, and guests. 3 goats stand in the center, accompanied by their owners. Vestival gestures to me from the other end of the dais. Ah, there's our judge. I look around, trying to see if he's referring to me, but there's no mistake. It's time to be the god of goats. I start walking towards him while he continues. Welcome to our annual animal fair, where the prettiest goat will be crowned. When he talks, I notice he's sneakily pointing to the one on the left. So, we could say the left one is most beautiful. If we do that, we'll have crowned an ugly animal, but the king appreciates it anyway. If we do that, this character chose a comely-looking animal as the winner of a beauty contest. Wait, comely? Comely? I thought comely is a relatively positive word. Pleasant to look at, or attractive. Oh, I mean, it says crowned ugly animal. I was going to say initially, like, if you have good taste in animals, if you think animals are beautiful, then maybe that makes you seem weird to other people. But no, it seems like there's just an error in word choice there. Because it definitely means attractive or beautiful. Maybe it meant homely. Possibly so. Possibly so. Might be a typo. Good call. Or, the comely one has beautiful, familiar beauty. If I do that one, we get +5 opinion. Or Prussian goats are truly the best. We say the attractive one's attractive. Alright, team. Alright, team. Someone's trying to kill my knight. No good, no good. Big old battle going. 18,000 peasants. No knights. No men-at-arms. We overwhelm them with our corpses. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. And then we want to start the siege here. I'm actually going to split it in two. Siege one group there. And the other group, we'll go to here. We captured some combatants, none of whom go to war score. Hello, Roger. Anybody worth cash? The mayor has cash for himself. All the other ones, no cash. They can stay there for now. We'll look into that a little later. Alright, this group, I could probably just put away right now. Yeah, I think my men-at-arms are definitely strong enough that we don't need the levy pile as well. So, they can't go away right now because people are standing nearby. They'll be gone in just a moment. Life of the ruler. Some peasants want a story. One we could tell about the queen loving me. The other about the war versus Gemma. Oh, this is only incorporated the south of Italy. That's a cool story. Hey, have you ever had a boot that has a small hole in it? Our Italy had that, and now it doesn't. The end. Alright, unfortunately on the road, our food has gone bad already. It's moldy. We can trust nature to find us food, or we can demand food of the peasants. Surely we believe in nature. God. It's our third time doing that event. I understand they're independent, and so succeeding once does not mean you won't succeed next time. But eventually it's going to go against us. Welcome, my friend, to Guilders. Hopefully they have a whole bunch of money to share with me. I'm sure they do. My poet's died. That's the poet we insulted recently at a grand tour. I'll never forget it. It was a good day for everyone. Because it's only a 2-county war, I'm going to go ahead and push assaulting forts on both sides, and they'll finish at once. A group of locals on the stage wants the longest, blandest sermon I've ever heard. Is this really your culture? Is this really what you do? The piles of hay in the corner of the street look comfortable, a bit too tempting. I can force myself to stay awake. If I do that, Guilders likes me more. Or instead, maybe the Duke will notice. I will stay awake. Alchemist, I'll be leaving as soon as war is done. Cool. We got a great fox hide. Neat. And with that, the war is done. And so, my friends, because it's the first day of the semester, I need to leave early. I start teaching in, I don't recall when. I think at 1:40 my time. So I have about an hour and a half or so right now. That's not true. I have actually a long time, but I need to go so I feel confident about my first day. So I'm taking off now. Back tomorrow at my 8:30 a.m., which is UTC plus 9, I believe. I was back in, I don't know, 14 hours or so. Should be good. And then tomorrow, we'll continue this playthrough. Hopefully we'll get some more achievements. And like I said, we're heading for Rome. That should be fun. Between now and then, hope you have a nice time. Relax, sleep, do something fun. Whatever you're going to do, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you again real soon. Goodbye, friends.